D&D.
Samuel's in 2 days.
Well, hello and welcome to tonight's episode of Loot Die Repeat, where a bunch of us Super Bowl hungover Kansas City celebrating geeks are gathering together and rolling dice, doing a lot of laughing at each other, and some collaborative storytelling known as Dungeons and Dragons. And we're thankful for you to be here with us, sharing in our adventure as it unfolds. If you would like to watch any of our past episodes, they're all up on YouTube. You can check them out. And of course, we would appreciate if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel as we soldier on towards quad digits. Quad digits.
Of what?
Of subscribers.
Episodes.
Yeah. Well, this is episode 63 tonight, so you know that's
pretty close.
That's cool. And of course, if you're watching here on Twitch, we thank you for being here with us live and in person. Please be active in the chat, as several of our players here tonight are going to be paying attention to the chat and typing away. And of course, if you would consider perhaps following us, we'd really appreciate that. And maybe even subscribing. And as a way of saying thank you to those who are watching us live, we have some giveaways this fine evening. We are definitely going to be giving away this barbarian and this lemur here. And so those are cool. We're also going to be giving away this planetar angel.
Planetar fasciitis angel.
Because they will need some divine assistance tonight. And if we get 2 more subscribers, new subscribers tonight, then we are going to be giving away this bronze dragon. And so you can. Oh, there goes the
Planetar fasciitis.
He lived.
Oh, he went flat.
He did. He's. So we're going to be giving away, hopefully, all of these figures. We are also going to be doing a February subscription drive.
Oh.
And if we get up to, I think, what is it? I think it's up to 60 subscribers. If we get up to 60 subs, so that's a little over 20 more.
Matt will come to your house and give you a high five.
We are going to give away a really awesome dragon mini, which I forgot to bring with me. So we'll show you that next time. And if you would like to help that, you can gift a subscription. You can even subscribe. And for every subscription, you also can choose to give a disadvantage to the Dungeon Master. For 100 bits cheered, you can also purchase advantage for any of the players at the table. For 500 bits cheered, you can also give disadvantage to the DM. And for 1,000 bits cheered, you can have a potion materialize, a health potion of minor healing, in the world for the party to find, which I can assure you they will need in these next few sessions.
I don't like when
You don't know my life.
He says that every time.
No, I'm guaranteeing it. You will need it this
Again,
session.
you don't know my life.
Love it.
Except for you probably know more than me.
Except for you know it more than me, did you say?
All right.
At least Yanni's.
There are a bunch of chat commands active. If you type in / commands in the chat, our moderator Scooby-Doo has them active, and he will be on shortly. Yeah, Zoids. He'll be on shortly to moderate with us, and we always appreciate that. And otherwise,
I say we keep this energy
have
up.
our bard now at the table.
Thanks for stalling.
I tried. And without further ado, we will begin with our song of theme.
We are the winners and the strong. We're the losers who don't belong. And we'll press on until this journey ends. 'Cause there's a goal that we are after. And there are tears, blood, and laughter waiting for us just around the bend. We seek vengeance and we seek glory. So come listen to our story. Come walk with us and we'll call you our friend.
We should have theme nights where one day like Matt just raps the song and then we
like it.
do like an old like swing.
Winners and strong. All right, maybe not.
We
It's
should
a little last
work it
little
out.
bit for me there.
And
Yeah.
yes, I dyed my hair pink.
I like it.
Thank you,
That's
thank you,
good.
thanks. Did it
Does
3
Sola
days ago?
actually dye her hair pink in the game as well?
Nope.
Nope, just
Oh,
Molly.
okay.
She is missing a hand as well, so that didn't happen in real life.
Yeah, I
just
didn't-
wanted you to be sure.
Didn't want to make that sacrifice,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, well, it's,
Yeah.
Job
all
kind
I
of depends
hear-
on it.
Commitment,
all I
Molly.
hear is you're really not method acting. So.
Yeah.
That's right. no.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
I'm okay with
All I'm hearing is you're not Christian
All
Bale.
I'm hearing is you're not as into this.
All right. Well, we're going to begin
Thanks
with
for
a little
showing
recap as we catch up on what has transpired. And so, our party, the Revengers, having traveled to Saltmarsh, seeking out a way to heal the mind of their Furbolg friend, Dundee, set out and came across the Dolphin's Breach, a temple to both Sashelas and Selune, the god of the sea and the goddess of the moon. And there they came and found a tiefling cleric who had taken a vow of silence, named Galueth. And Sola, with her ability to telepathically speak to others, was able to strike a deal. They would go and seek the derelict vessel that was floating at sea and seek to bring back the safe box within for a wealthy merchant named Albrecht Dralian. And they would take the reward and use that to bring the temple back to life, so to speak, as it had fallen into disrepair. And upon the delivery of the funds necessary to rehabilitate the temple, the tiefling cleric Galueth would heal the mind of Dundee. So the party set off and found Albrecht and agreed to travel to the Emperor of the Waves, a massive galleon built in the shipyards of Neverwinter that set sea about 6 years ago and was never heard from again. Now, about a 10-day ago, having reappeared on the seas outside of Saltmarsh, Albrecht has commissioned a ship to go and named the Soul of Winter. I couldn't think of it last week. We called it the floating brown log.
I kind of like that one.
yeah.
I mean, that's canon now, so
Yeah.
what's canon to do about it?
The Soul of Winter, also from Neverwinter, which was captained by a flamboyant dwarf named Wolgar Windrune, who had a large feather coming out of his hat. And the party has boarded the ship, and they are just about to set sail as we begin tonight's adventure.
We're treasure
So
hunters.
as the party has boarded the ship, Zeus is excitedly making his way forward, loving the salt, fresh air in his face, and he is glad to be on the open waves.
So we're in the ship with him?
No,
Or we're walking to the ship?
you are boarding the vessel.
Hey, does Zeus know how to swim?
I've never asked him that.
I'll ask him.
Hey, boy, do you know how to swim?
Ha! I'm masterful at it! Ha ha ha! I can only doggy paddle.
Well,
What did he say?
he said he can doggy paddle, whatever that is.
Even with all of that half-plate armor on him?
He's a strong lad.
Do we want to bring a dog with half-plate on us?
Well, Zeus, what do you think? You want to come with us?
Yes!
Don't let them talk to you.
Yes, I want to go!
Yes, you'll be
Ha!
here.
Bully! The wind in my hair, blowing my luscious jowls!
What was that dwarf's name, the captain?
I don't know.
Maybe he's got a life jacket for a wee dog.
So we're going to put a life jacket around a dog wearing half-plate.
Exactly.
It's a good plan.
Perhaps we can test out his theory of if he can swim? If we're right by the docks?
Are you thinking what I'm
I pick
thinking?
him up.
Just throw him in? Absolutely.
Pick him up and throw him in.
What's in the blood?
tries to swim, and he's able to kind of just keep his muzzle
All right, I get
above
him.
the water, and he's just kind of, and you pull him out, and he stands up triumphantly.
See? Ha ha! I
That's a
can
good
do
boy.
it!
I go, hey Zeus, go shake yourself off next to Morthos.
He looks at you. Looks at Morthos. Looks at you. Roll persuasion check.
Yes. This is how I wanted this game to start.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
Right? Not good.
8.
Okay, but I whisper, just think that's gonna be funny. I go, hey Zeus, come on. Why don't you don't do it? Right next to
All right,
Morthos.
roll with advantage since he's helping you.
Can you use my charisma modifier, please?
13.
13. Roll an intimidation check.
You can do it, buddy. You can do it.
Crit.
He looks at you, gets a sly little grin. He takes a step, and Morthos looks over at him and just leans a little bit forward. And he stops. Says,
Ha! I'm gonna go sit over here.
I just look at Morty. I say, hey, Morty. I give him a wink.
Zeus, you made the right call.
his little nub is wagging back and forth.
After seeing that, maybe we keep him with Dundee in the chantry. He could literally barely keep his head above water.
Okay, but don't you have a little rope? You could tie him to the...
I'm about to use that to water
Well, like
ski.
put him on a tie-out or something, you know?
I agree with Eli. I have a bad feeling about this. Everything bad happens on water.
I'm wondering if it's even worth it to get on. Like, is Dundee worth all of this boat stuff?
Is there a dog kennel here in the city? Who's gonna watch Zeus?
Dundee.
Oh, okay.
I believe we should have Zeus watch Dundee.
That's probably a better
Well,
way.
let me talk to Zeus. A very special assignment for you, lad.
I'm up for it. What is it? Shall I rescue a damsel? Shall I go and slay the monster? Ha ha!
You see that? You know Dundee.
The foolish Firbolg.
He's a bit crazy in the head.
I know. He was petting my head.
Your red rocket.
Right.
Listen, he's a crazy lad. He's a danger to himself.
He likes trees, if you know what I mean. Ha ha!
You gotta keep him safe. There might be some nasty people trying to kill him. Or worse, he might try to do it himself. You understand? You keep him safe.
That I can do. Bully!
I trust
Ha!
in you.
Where is he?
Well, where is he?
He's back at the chapel with
What's her face?
Galloweth.
Galloweth, that's her name. He's back at the chapel with Galloweth. And listen, if you do this right for me, I'll make sure I'll get you a nice collection of bones for my return. You understand?
Bones, huh?
Yes. Nice ones too. Now, if Dundee says that to you,
I'll leave that one alone.
now, if Dundee says that to you, you turn and run. You understand me, boy?
Got it. All right.
Even
Up
if there's
to the
peanut
temple.
butter, even if there's peanut butter on it, you understand me?
Those are the best kind. And whipped cream.
Moving
Ha!
on. Why? How? How and why?
I'll see you, lad. He starts crying a little bit. I'll just be back. We'll be right back.
Bully!
And he kind of trots off very confidently towards the wrong direction of the town.
Sorry, they call him. He'll sniff
Whatever.
him.
It'll be all right.
He'll sniff him out. It's Dwarf's best friend.
All right, so you make your way on the boat.
Yep.
Very cautiously.
Very cautiously.
At least me.
Yes, Sola,
Kind
who
of like,
has,
do I really want to do this?
who has previously been killed underwater, lost her hand, brought back to life,
Lost Melsine.
and then in a storm lost her friend, dear friend, who sacrificed herself to save her,
We should leave her
And
behind.
then got kidnapped.
and then got
yeah.
kidnapped underwater.
Yep.
Yeah, this is going to be a great episode for
I'm
you.
gonna lean into
Yeah.
Sola and say, "Steal your nerve, Sola. We'll be there to protect you."
It's just everything bad always happens on water. I don't want to lose another person.
We don't want to lose you either.
I don't know, I've had a lot of fun on water before. I went on this boat. It took me to see mountains and free alcohol the whole time. It was a great time. We did snorkeling. You ever done snorkeling?
You swim in the water for fun?
Yeah.
There's sharks
But it's
in
just
there.
chaotic.
Crazy life.
All it is chaos.
I'm scared of sharks less than I'm scared of dragons. And that's not very much.
So we're getting on the boat that's down at the dock that was set up for it,
Yep,
correct?
it's there. It's a pretty simple boat. There is a main deck that is just all one main deck. There's no quarter deck or foredeck.
Morthos would like to make a check for just kind of
Forecastle.
like how he feels about the boat itself, or more like the crew themselves, I should say. He wants to make sure he's not walking into something that we should be much more
Roll
aware
an
of.
insight check.
13.
As you case the ship, the the main thing that jumps out at you is the fact that this ship, the Soul of Winter, is crewed entirely by dwarves. There are about 30 of them, and many of the other sailors and dock workers who are of human or half-elven descent, or even halfling, many of them kind of have just eyed this entire operation suspiciously. The crew themselves seem very matter-of-fact and set on their task, glad to finally be setting off after having waited for someone to go and seek out the Emperor of the Waves after it had been spotted about a 10-day ago. And they are all... The ship itself is immaculate. It looks in excellent condition. And as I said, you have the top deck. You are taken down past the middle deck, which is what you see here. Several cots lined up, or rather hammocks lined up, as well as some basic supplies around the outer edges. There are some ballista, 2 ballista on the top, and 2 ballista here with kind of arrow slits that they can be pushed up to shoot out. And these are just essentially giant wooden arrows. And there is a small kind of makeshift galley at the back of the ship. And then you go down to the bottom deck, and there is essentially the cargo hold, where the majority of the supplies are kept. The saltpeter, the rum, the hardtack, the tar and pitch, and extra wood planks in case there's an emergency. And you're not given beds. You're basically just said, you guys stay down here. And the captain kind of comes down and he says, "Hi, so this great endeavor you're on, well, you keep the business to yourselves. You stay out of our hair, we'll stay out of yours, eh? Stay down here. When we get within the Emperor's view, we'll call you up, and we'll take you on in, eh?"
Alright.
Is there?
We're all down there?
Yeah, everyone's
Okay.
He's kind of led you all to the cargo hold.
I wanna not have fallen everybody, and you just find me up on the top deck, and I do a druid craft to see what the weather's gonna be like for the next 24 hours.
Okay. It is clear skies.
Okay, and then I take my water out,
Yep.
and I get another little concoction out, and I make a little paste in my hand, and it's white. I put it on my nose, and I take off my vest, and then I'm laying there like this out in the sun. Like, oh, it's gonna be a good trip.
Okay.
And that's where I'm at.
So you're up there, and
The weather's great, and there's like a little globe of light next to me because it lasts for like a whole round. So.
it does. So they've taken you to the bottom deck. Unless there's anything else you wish to do,
Yeah. Is there a crow's nest?
there is a crow's nest.
Is there anybody up in it right now?
Yes.
Kick his ass out.
I would
Just
like
throw
to.
him down.
I would like to tell the captain, we got the keenest eyes around. Our mate here, Wolfram, can see for miles. You might be better eyes than what you have now.
Roll persuasion check.
Me?
Yep.
No.
That's a 9. I'm gonna use my saving face and add 5 to it.
Okay. And with that, he looks at you and, well, guess it can't hurt.
What do you say, Wolfram?
Just stay out of the way.
What's my job?
Peer, look.
That's it?
If you see anything approaching, y'all, let us know.
Okay.
It's about a 5-day trek to get back to where we're to be. It'll be a 10-day round trip, assuming you can get in and out right quick. Aye?
Okay.
I'm pretty happy.
He kind of flips his feather and turns with gusto.
That guy has style. I don't
And
care
you
what
can see
anyone
he has a
says.
very finely tailored overcoat and kind of three-pieced suit.
Does it look like it fits him?
Yes, very, very well. He is seeking to look like a captain par excellence. And he walks up to you as you're sunning.
Oh, what's up, little man?
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just working on my skin color.
Well, your body is taking up space.
Oh, is there a better spot that I can get some more rays?
Aye. To hold.
I don't think I like that option.
Well, what are you gonna do that's useful up here?
How about I keep an eye out, like him? I'll just put my sunnies on, and I'll keep an eye out on the horizon for you.
Roll persuasion check.
Yes. Persuasion or deception?
Both.
He's saying what he wants to do.
11.
Sunglasses on? That's to
See.
fall asleep.
If there's any funny business, you're going down below.
No funny business. Just trying to get my purple glow on.
Hey. Then he just kind of shakes his head, and
This is the rest of my party members.
All right. Well,
you go through.
the rest of us will go down.
Yep. The days, first day goes by as you make your way out to sea, and before the sun sets, you've lost sight of land. And
Each morning I do want to do the weather
Yep.
again, just to know what's coming up.
Yep. Second day, clear skies again. And you are on the seas. I need everyone to roll a Constitution save.
Do we vomit or not?
Yep. Con save. Oh, maybe not.
Orthos,
13.
Sola,
Crit.
fail?
Nope. Success.
All right, Jaga,
15.
23.
16.
I also agree.
13.
4.
Eli, you are retching. You cannot hold anything down. Your entire life has essentially been on the mainland, and you are now on the open seas, unlike any span of distance you've ever had, and it has gotten to you.
Okay.
You go through the rest of day 2 uneventfully.
I'm going to be looking down from the crow's nest and looking at the crew to see if they're talking about anything that might be of interest to me.
Yes.
Like for all of these days.
Roll a... Let's see how many of these you get.
Can you smile at me with your bird?
Roll a insight check to discern what you think of all of the different rumors and things they're talking about might actually have some weight.
Okay.
Because you're hearing many different stories over the course of the trip.
Also, things that aren't heard So I'm trying to look at secret conversations too and reading lips.
Yep, absolutely. I'm taking all this into consideration.
I want to hear everything.
So I'm figuring you
everything
hear
that's
and
kind of
see
ignorable.
everything you're looking at, given your passive
Whoops.
perception of infinity.
My passive
NB.
perception is 12.
17.
So if there's anybody
17.
close to me while I'm
Alright.
sunbathing.
Like over you.
Yeah.
Some dwarves are talking about how infants have gone missing in Neverwinter.
Well, we know that one.
Do they sound afraid
They sound
or interested?
afraid. Like it's more the conversation's like now they're
Got it.
gone in Neverwinter too.
Okay.
You hear about a tiefling delegation looking for magic items, and that there's a missing tiefling named Luna that they want to track down and exact justice upon her.
There's a missing tiefling that the tieflings want to track down.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You talked with him about that
Yeah.
last session.
I talked to him.
You learn that Neverwinter has dispatched a caravan with enough gold to commission 6 warships that went missing near Hool Marsh.
Jeez.
That is interesting.
You hear that drow traders posing as surface elves have been seen in Saltmarsh.
Drow in Saltmarsh.
Trader or TR?
Traders.
Like a trader or you're a trader?
T-R-A-D-E-R.
Okay.
So there are dark elves just around pretending to be traders?
That's the word.
Wow,
There is a haunted house along the coast south of Saltmarsh rumored to have hidden treasure and knowledge.
South?
Maybe.
Someone's been sabotaging fishing boats. Probably the tiefling,
Luna?
just in general.
Okay.
So there's a little bit of mistrust towards the tiefling. Neverember's agents have been placed on the council, and they are our friends, the friends of the dwarves, Ida and Gellin. The other council members I'm sorry, Ida and Gellin are the two that don't like the dwarves.
Okay.
Ida Owland and Gellin Primewater do not like the elves.
Elves or dwarves?
The dwarves. The allies of the dwarves are Eleander Fireborn, who is one of Neverember's agents. He's a male half-orc who leads the leader of the town guard,
Yeah, we learned about him.
who has a captain named Yavo, who they like because he keeps them safe.
Okay.
And Manistrad Copperlocks they all speak with high esteem, as she is the dwarven woman who leads the mining operation south of Saltmarsh. There's a 4th member of the council named Anders Salmar, who is a very young human who inherited a fortune when his family died tragically, and he is kind of the wild card on the council. Attacks from lizard folk and Seyhagen have been increasing, both on the ships and on the land. There's a large creature that has been going through the trash on the outskirts of Saltmarsh and some of the fishermen shanties. They think that it's probably a troll.
I need troll fat.
Kill the troll. See if we can get money for it.
And with a 17. That's what we got.
Okay. Everything else I didn't deem important. I guess.
Everything else you deemed was too big of fishtails and too outlandish and didn't really with your discernment, that was what you felt like was the most
Okay.
there's work to be done for Manistrad if you want it.
Manny, good old Manny Copperlocks.
Yep, there's also work to be done for Eleander if you want it. And there's work to be done for Anders if you want it.
And these are all, they're talking about Saltmarsh Council,
There's 5 council members.
and Neverwinter is now
So
coming on board.
Neverwinter has 2 that they have on there who are referred to as, they call them the Winters. And then there are 2 traditionalists.
Got it.
That's Ida and Gellin.
And the kid, the wild card,
And then the kid's the wild card.
Got it.
who tragically had his parents die and he inherited a fortune and a position
Yes.
on a council seat. That sounds legit.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So, those are all the rumors you got. The one that seems the most, that they talk of with the most kind of hushed tones and like it's the biggest secret, if any of them could be a bigger secret than the others, are the haunted house. And how this is kind of like a big deal.
Where was that located?
It
South of
is
Saltmarsh.
south of Saltmarsh, south of the mining operation, nearing the Mare of Dead Men.
Interesting.
Okay. But nothing changes in the ocean? I don't see any giant sea creatures.
You do not. You
Good.
do see sharks and minnows and dolphins and
I know
sea
what it is,
turtles
deep
and-
sea.
Cool.
maybe a merfolk or 2.
I'm just vomiting and crying and rubbing the taxidermy tools I got on land.
Okay.
So you don't know if I'm just crying to cry or because I'm just vomiting.
Can I try to give him some water to see if it'll help with his vomiting?
Sure.
Okay. So I whip it out. Try this.
Thank you. I drink it.
It does have a calming effect on your stomach. Helps to bring some equilibrium to your inner ears.
Thank you.
And roll an insight check, Yanni.
This one. Nope.
You have patched them up.
Here you go.
You go through the rest of the second day. You get into the third day. Is there any conversation anyone wishes to have with one another?
So, since this ship just reappeared in the last 10 days, do you think it went to transported like through a portal? Or was it just lost and came back?
I don't think anyone's going to have that answer until we get to the ship itself.
I was thinking maybe we just should think about it so we know what we're going to encounter on there.
Is this a pretty popular trade route? What we're on right now?
I know nothing of the seas.
You get the sense that you are traveling in a course heading that is out into the middle of the ocean. And most of the trade routes try to stay as close to the mainland as possible that are heading north-south. Only if you would be heading out into the outer islands, which few ships do, unless there's a specific exotic reason for going. The ships that travel furthest out to the sea typically are for special missions, and people who do that either use teleportation magic or airships. for the very wealthy.
And we get an airship.
Can I do a nature check on the sea that we're in, like traversing?
What are you trying to discern?
I'm trying to recall lore about the terrain, the weather, natural cycles.
Go ahead and roll your nature check.
About the terrain. It's wet. Ooh.
23.
It's the middle of August, and this time of year the seas are relatively calm, though you know that it ramps up towards the fall seasons. The storms get a little heavier and more dangerous. But with your daily forecasting and your sense of the waves,
There's a 30% chance that it's
Cold front coming in.
already sunny.
so you're pretty good there. Day 4 arrives, and the forecast changes. It is now overcast. The sun has kind of been covered over as the hints of a light drizzle begin to fall. The captain seems unconcerned, but the sunny skies are gone.
When it gets cloudy, I obviously am not sunbathing anymore. I go up to Kildrick and say, "Hey, have you had a chance to talk to any of these dwarves? Maybe get some insight on, our crew, our fellow travelers that we have here?"
To be honest with you, I haven't really been talking too much to the dwarves.
Well, you're a dwarf, right?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you should make some friends in case things get heated and...
Well, I guess so. I never sought out the company of dwarves, really. I've sort of been on my own all these years, you know? It's just sort of strange talking to all these dwarves all of a sudden. Reminds me of back home. And I don't know. It's just been weird.
It's weird being around people... That's weird.
What do you mean?
What happened at home
Everybody has...
I mean, you're pretty good at making friends. We're friends.
Yeah,
You got Eli to be your friend somehow. He doesn't like most people.
I just know they said they want us to stay down here, stay out of the way. I just don't want to be, it's just weird. But, does that make sense?
Nope.
Listen, what are you again? You're a tall guy. What are you?
Oh, I'm a half giant.
Yeah, so do you like every other half giant just because you're a half giant?
Well, there's not a lot of us around.
Damn it. It's just weird, man. It reminds... One of the guys with the feather, he sort of has some things on his face that reminds me of my father. It's weird.
Oh, the guy Eli killed?
No, not that one. My actual father.
Oh. So you had two dads.
Man, I hope he killed that one, too.
So
I'm asking about
Eli-
you don't like your dad.
Eli rolls over.
You shouldn't say things about your dad like that. My dad died.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So what happened with your dad?
You want to talk about it?
Nope. Want to talk about your
I'd rather
dad?
not talk about me.
I'm getting that. I pull out some water and mix a light drink for him. Sorry for bringing up some bad memories. Have a drink of that.
Oh, is this a late drink?
It's a little light.
This place is spinning.
Tell me about it.
Hey, it's just, they wanted me to be something I wasn't, Does it make any sense? What if
They wanted you to be a chef and you're a singer?
What if your parents told you they didn't want you to be a half giant like them?
Well,
What would you say?
I mean, I am a half giant, so
Yeah, well,
are
my
your parents not dwarves?
They wanted me to be a blacksmith. Hammering things every day.
I know what a blacksmith is.
And they didn't accept me for wanting to play my instruments.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, it's okay. I left
got a
that
beautiful
place
voice.
and I never looked back.
So you're not going to make friends with these dwarves because
Talk
some
to
other
the dwarves.
Okay,
Give
that's
me
a good
some
idea.
more beer.
Well, maybe after you talk to the dwarves.
Well, dwarves like beer, all right?
So well, let them know I can help them out.
Give me some of that.
Nope.
and I'll go make friends with them. I won't drink it all.
That's a lie.
I promise you.
I think there's more about this dad mom.
What do you want to ask the dwarves?
I just think you should try and make some friends.
You're my friend.
No, more friends who might help us fight if things get
We'll
hairy.
make friends with them. They don't want to be friends with us.
And won't leave us if things get hairy.
All right. So you don't want me to be friends. You want to have protection for you.
And you.
I don't need it.
Are you sure? And I just kind of poke him with one finger and he falls.
Roll a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
He's roll low. He's roll low.
All right. Oh, with disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Okay, so well, I'll roll again, but
Can't get lower.
okay, 10.
Falls over.
You bully!
And I
What are you
help him
doing?
up.
And I
Come
can't
up.
get up because I'm like, so dense.
And I grab him. I pick him up.
Thank you.
I've got your back, but we need people to have our back.
All right, I'll do it.
That a pal.
Oh, thanks. Ow! Don't ask me about my parents ever again.
Oh, I will.
All right? For all intents and purposes, my father was killed by Eli. Hey! Hey, listen, I've forgiven you, but it still hurts sometimes when I think about it.
It definitely does. Parents do
How
that.
would you like it if your father's head was removed from his body?
Oh, mine was crushed by a giant rock. In front of me.
So you do understand.
Were you there?
No, I wasn't.
No, I didn't think so.
Well, I guess this is awkward now, man. Well, it looks like we got even closer. We both had our father's heads removed.
My real dad.
Well, he was like a dad to me. You know what?
I'm getting losing track of your dad.
He was like a dad to me by choice.
Mm.
He didn't have to be, but he was. All right? My other dad had me, and he didn't want it. Okay? That's what separates him from my dad. Okay?
I'm with you.
All right.
I choose you.
Thank you. How you choose me too?
I love you, buddy.
My son,
And I,
my son will never have to go through that.
Wait, he has a son?
wait,
I think there are some dwarf women here, but they all have beards, so
what's
I
your...
can't tell.
Wait. Did I, so you have a son?
No, I said one day.
Oh.
Now stop! You made me cry.
You,
Get out of here! He goes up to talk to the dwarves.
All right.
I just made myself cry. That's not the
Molly, when are you gonna step up?
Do you see the daddy issues for real?
No, I can make myself cry.
He is a piece.
I'm going to talk to the dwarves. Give me that whiskey. Okay, he goes up to talk to the dwarves.
Tim,
so.
if you're
Do you
listening.
pick anyone in particular? Who would you be looking for to talk to?
I mean, how many dwarves are on the ship again?
About 30. So some are in the kitchen preparing a meal. Some are just swabbing the deck. Some are managing the mast and
Is there
all
like
the ropes.
is there like a bar room?
There is a galley.
Okay, so he's gonna go up to there.
Okay, you
check it
go up
out.
to the galley. There's a
Yeah.
chef. That's
Is there
cooking
anybody
away.
that's sitting around just enjoying a drink or something like
It's the
that?
middle of the day, so they're all kind of active.
Yeah, but these are dwarves.
doing.
There's always time for a
On
beer.
a ship, though.
So you,
Do I see anyone that looks like they're maybe taking a break or something like that?
yeah, there's one or two that are just kind of laying in their hammocks, kind of on their turn to have a break.
All right. Did you give me like a little tiny cup of something to offer them?
absolutely.
All right. I'll walk up to them. Okay.
You drink it.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Hey.
it's one of the females.
Oh, hi.
Hi,
The name's Kildrick.
hi. The name's Lonnie.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I noticed you sitting here, and I thought I'd offer you this. One of the guys with us, he makes this great drinks. I figured I'd bring one to you.
She looks you over. All right.
Right here, try it. It's really, really good stuff.
Takes it, downs it, hands it back. Not bad.
We'll have a second one too. You want that one too?
No, you can have it.
All right, if you say so. So how are you?
Oh, I'm just resting.
Just resting.
How are you?
I'm doing okay. You know, I'm just got tired of sitting down there. Figured I'd try to just introduce myself a little bit, considering, you know, we're all dwarves here.
Why are there tear marks in your eyes?
I have an allergy to onion.
Roll a deception check.
Oh, it's too good.
Alright, let's see, my deception is pretty high. It's plus 11, so that's a 26. It's a really bad allergy to onion.
Must have been by the onions down there in the cargo hold, yeah?
That's exactly where I was.
Because
by
the chef's not
onions.
cooking onions today.
No, but I thought, you know, it's a good day for a walk, and what do you know? I find onions.
Aye.
It's crazy. What is my luck, you know?
Well, you found me. What can I do for you?
Well, that's obviously I've got some good luck then. Yeah, you're the prettiest lass on this boat. I had to say it. I'm sorry if I overstepped my bounds, but I just gotta say, I noticed you the other day, and I just wanted to tell you that.
She smiles at you, and
Twirls her beard.
it's
Tell me more.
It's close cut. And she's wearing real tight pigtails, and her garb is the same as any other sailor on the ship.
Mm-hmm. So how have you guys been? I mean, you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but I mean, with everybody down there, the Avengers. I mean, how do you guys feel about having us on here?
Oh, you have a name then, do you?
Yeah, the Avengers.
Aye. Well,
They're like a traveling band of heroes, you know.
pretty stupid as far as we think.
Well, I mean, we're just trying to
Gonna
help
go
people
rush
here.
in there to a ghost ship and see what you can find. A box of loot.
Well, I mean, it's not for us. It's for
We dive
somebody that we're trying to help.
Well, I suppose that's noble.
Yeah, we never act on our own for just personal gain. Never. That's not how we operate.
Roll persuasion check.
Yeah, somewhere Morthos heard that and is looking the other way.
It just
26.
6. She kind of sits up from her hammock and leans in, and she says, "That's very noble."
I mean, I didn't say that to get you to, you know. I was just saying that's what we're all about.
Well, my hat's off then to the Revengers.
Well, I thank you, lass. My hat's off to you as well.
Yes.
He takes it off and shakes his blonde hair a little bit to get it looking really nice. Puts it back on.
She just kind of raises an eyebrow and smiles kindly towards you.
So I'll tell you what. When do you finish up with your duties later? Around what time?
Well, this is my break now.
Hmm.
I'll be back on shift soon.
And you work until late at night, I suppose.
I'll tell you what. What's your name?
That's Kildrick.
Kildrick. What's your name? Kildrick.
My full name.
Yes. What clan are you from?
Kildrick Brown Anvil. It's crazy. I haven't had to say that in a long time.
From Thornhold.
Yeah, Aye. It's quite a long way away, huh?
Well, we stop there occasionally.
Oh, yeah.
I think old Cendric's from Thornhold.
Aye.
I don't think he's a Bron Anvil.
Hmm.
I think he's Stone Shaft.
Stone Shaft. I'll be sure to. It's an ironic name, huh? Do you know him?
I mean, not biblically.
Is that like a nickname, or is that actually something you call him, or is that his actual name?
No, you're from Thornhold,
Oh yeah, yes. I just haven't been
The
there in a while.
Stone Shaft
Honestly,
clan is the largest of the town.
I wonder why.
They're prodigious.
It's like the halftime show.
no, I just haven't been there in a while. I've been traveling the land.
All right, well,
better get some booty though.
here's what I'm going to
Except
say,
Molly.
Hilda.
Yes.
The rest of us
Perhaps
are not
after
much
this
to live.
voyage, if you survive,
Oh, Austin's
find me in Saltmarsh when we're on our downfall.
Hey, well now I got a reason to make it through this, huh? Nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
Hey, and do me a favor, lass.
Aye.
If you hear people talking about us, just tell them what we're about. All right?
Aye. Selfless blokes, just looking to be noble.
I just want to make sure that you guys know we're here to help you if something goes crazy. And I'd like to be able to count on you guys too.
Well, I appreciate that, and I know that the rest of us winters here will do the same.
Of course. You have a great night. I'm sure I'll be seeing you around.
Oh, I hope so. Blondie.
I'll see you.
She kind of lays back down with a little smile, and she just watches you walk away.
Strut away. Those dwarven glutes.
Those dwarven glue.
It's too good.
The fourth day comes to an end as you go to bed. And you all,
Wolfram's just eating celery, just judging everyone.
you
No,
are all,
Wolfram's talking to himself a lot.
you are all,
Oh,
Wolfram, and though none of you can see it per se, when he comes down from the bird's nest at night, you can tell he's muttering under his breath, kind of looking side to side. And
Of course.
each night, as the 7 of you take your rest in the cargo hold, which despite all of your efforts at persuasion, the captain insists upon, you take your rest on the 4th night as well. About 4 in the morning, Wolfram, you hear a loud thud above you. And then a brief, what seems to be scuffling, and this is very uncharacteristic for late at night,
Like right above me?
like above you, on the deck above you.
As soon as I hear it, I activate my vision that can see through the floors.
Okay. You look up and you see a slew of sleeping dwarves around here. And you see one of them that has blood spilling out of its throat. And you see another that is struggling and has its mouth covered. And several more, one dead at the bottom of the stairs.
Uh-oh.
One dead in the middle of the floor. Another one that is slit. And as you watch the dwarf with its mouth closed, there's another and its body goes limp as you see green-skinned creatures that seem to be systematically going through, stealthily slaying the crew. They look like they have almost like lizard folk skin, except slimier. They have fins. They have gills on their necks. They're very muscular, webbed feet. And they almost all of them bear tridents or spears or something of that nature.
How many more dwarves look like they're alive sleeping on the ground?
About 20 or so.
Just sleeping and they're all sneaking around about to kill him?
Yep. And you guys are
Wolfram goes back to bed.
We're
you're
right
below
there.
deck
It'll work
here.
itself out.
This is the entry up from the cargo hold.
Is there a door that's keeping us in this cargo hold?
No, it's open.
And there are crates around me?
There are crates around you, yes.
I will... Do I think that if I cast the knock spell, it would be loud enough to wake all the dwarves up? 300 foot of
Yes.
thunder?
Likely.
Oh, my eardrums. We may need it later.
I turn my head. This is the briefest of discussions. Should I do it? To Nevermore. Does he respond at all?
Nevermore looks at you and kind of cocks his head to the right and raises an eyebrow expectantly.
I'll take my hand and I will knock one of the stupid. Is there a locked crate around anywhere?
So you get some loot while you're at it.
I'll knock a locked crate.
As you do, there is a cacophonous that goes forth, that echoes through the rafters. All of you instantly wake up.
Active kidnapping!
What
That's how I wake up.
As you look up, you see that all of the dwarves all kind of rustle out of their beds and see all of these sea creatures which are systematically swarming them, and immediately shouts go up. They're all unarmed,
Oh, crap.
but they immediately try to get to defensive positions, and now there is a pitched battle. I need everyone to roll initiative.
He'll be You get damage?
Yeah, my shield.
Is that your second roll and upgraded twice?
Roll initiative? No,
Yes.
I rolled like an 11 on the roll in between.
What was the
I wanted him to get
11.
freaking wet dog all over him so bad.
All right, so 21 and 25.
22.
21.
Oh, 26.
It's about time.
I critted.
Yeah. Plus 6 now, huh?
Plus 6 now.
More of those. All right.
I got 21.
I got 22.
Okay. 16 to 20.
Excited.
Anyone?
Good rolls,
Anyone?
guys.
Anyone?
Great job, team.
Hey, we just woke up.
It's true.
10 to 15.
15.
13.
11.
Nice.
I strategically decided to go last.
I will close up the rear.
I want to see what you guys do.
It's called being an anchor. Don't count yourself short.
Okay, so as the adrenaline immediately begins to course through all of your veins at the loud knock that has reverberated through the ship, you hear sounds above you of scuffling, and then you hear yelling as all of the crewmen begin to cry out in surprise and alarm. Wolfram, I'll give you one free action before you all kind of get into, since you're acting in kind of this surprise attack round, so to speak.
Once our ears stop ringing, I say, "Invasion up on the deck!"
I freaking love Wolfram.
And Morthos, you are up.
Well,
So you guys are all essentially directly below them.
how
Here.
far is the movement to get to
So
up there?
So you're kind of like in around. You can't see it, but you're basically here. And it's
Oh, that's the lower part. Got it.
Oh, it's not a separate ship.
Oh, I thought it was 2 ships.
Yeah, I like that. That's
Two
cool.
ships.
So it's at least
Yep, this is the up. So this is where you enter from.
You can
What kind of
You
And
can
then
get up the
come
stairs.
Out, you come out here.
what kind of ceiling is above us? Is it like a wooden?
Yeah, it's all
Okay,
wooden.
okay.
Yep.
so the first guy that's be right to the right of the stairs. How much movement would it take to get there from underneath?
35 feet.
Nice.
35 feet.
Yep.
All right. I would like to do that in stealth.
Okay, roll your stealth.
I critted again.
Okay, you get up, you step over a dead dwarf, and you make yourself directly behind this Sehagin.
And then you will see Morthos will just start to say an incantation, and a green flame is going to ignite on the end of his blade as he attacks the one right in front of him.
All right, very good. Roll your attack with advantage because you are stealth.
Oh, that's
Huh.
Yeah, definitely.
How about a whopping 14?
As you go to hit there's a sudden wave that rocks the boat, and it throws you
wait.
off balance
no, wait.
enough.
No. It's a 19.
Oh, you use one of your
I'm
diviner's
using
dice.
a diviner dice.
And that's a reaction to do that?
It says whenever I make an attack roll or an ability check, just
You can.
Wait,
you
I
can-
could have won those cool
But
beads.
is it a reaction or a bonus? How is that? I just want to know.
oh, you can use your reaction.
Reaction,
Yes.
okay,
So it's
so
my
just-
reaction.
So you don't.
I don't have
wouldn't-
a right. I don't have a reaction.
Yep. And you hit.
All right.
Phew! So as the wave shifts the boat and you go to pierce the Sehagin in the back, you realize you're going to miss, and you concentrate on the extra bit of magical energy within the die that you rolled earlier in the day, and it is enough to adjust course and slash through the side of the Sehagin.
Do I need to differentiate between the fire damage?
You do not.
26 to the first one,
Okay.
and the one to his right will take, I believe it's going to be 7.
So does that mean my...
Oh, nope, he'll take 9.
9 damage?
Yep.
Okay, very good. And so you slash through and you hear a kind of weird guttural scream that is almost this sucking, moaning type of gurgling sound. You can tell that these creatures are used to communicating more below water than above water.
And then I'll take the bonus action dodge.
Okay, take your bonus action dodge. Eli, you're up.
I want to apparate my sword and light it up with radiant energy,
Okay, very good.
and then I want to get up and get to.
With your third full movement, you can get to there.
Okay. I would like to. Is everyone else on my team within 30 feet of me?
They're below you.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're trying to do.
Bless.
You cannot. You'd have to cast that when you can see them.
Within a range.
Yeah, but you still have to see them.
Okay. So, what's that range look like? Can
I
I?
mean, it's
Right. Can
you're
I do
within
it while
30
I'm
feet.
running? up?
Absolutely.
So that's what I want to do.
Okay.
So while I'm running up, because I want to wind up, he'll be the third person I bless, Morthos.
Okay. So use your action to cast the bless spell. Bonus action to
To
light
light
up your
up.
sword.
Yeah. So
Is it a action to
It is
cast it?
It is an action, and it's a
Okay.
bonus action to light up.
Perfect.
So I'm going to bless Morthos, Sola, and Yanni.
Okay. Do you want to be here or here, or not next to them?
Not, I wouldn't. Yes, over there.
Okay. So you back up.
Yep.
I have an extra, like, D4.
So
You do
D4,
see
right?
as the dwarf is bleeding out at your feet. You do think that you could stabilize him, but you'd have to do it now. You don't have. That means you wouldn't light up your sword then.
that's fine.
Okay, so your sword is not alight.
It'll be next round. So well, that's weird because I have to bleed on him to stabilize him.
Yep.
I'm just bleeding.
Okay.
Nosebleed. And just to tell them what bless is, you bless up to 3 creatures when you make an attack roll or a saving throw, you can add a d4 to the number you rolled. So you're always d20 and a d4.
For the attack roll,
Attacks and savings
okay.
for a minute.
Oh,
So,
10 rounds.
yeah. And I stabilize him. Swords out, stabilize, shields out, not lit up.
Okay, very good. So you have your round over. Wolfram, you're up.
First, I would like to look around
I don't know.
to see if there are more coming up over the sides of the boat.
There are no portholes at this level because you're essentially either on level or below water in this cargo hold area.
Right.
So you have no view from the cargo hold of what's going
Well,
on.
my ghastly gaze is.
So it
What's
is.
that?
There are more in the waters waiting outside
Okay. Then I will.
that have certainly turned their attention now that they hear that there's a commotion.
Okay.
In fact, there's one in particular that is much larger than the rest.
Ooh, which direction is that one in?
He would be south in the water
Oh,
over
so
here.
like right near us.
Yeah.
All right. I will. Okay, first, are there any dwarves that are about to be attacked and be killed?
Yes, they have a woman in their hands over here.
A woman?
Mm-hmm.
That woman. Did I see that woman talking to Kildrick previously?
Not. No, they were not talking above deck.
Okay.
She's got nice little pigtails and is kind of struggling against the creatures that have gone and grabbed her.
Alright, I will walk up only to a spot on the stairs until I can see over. I mean, I don't have to see the creature, but...
You can get to there.
And I will... Eldritch Blast the one holding the woman and
Okay.
knock him off the edge.
So that would be this one here. That is just... He is... yeah. Go ahead and make your attack.
Come on, baby. Oh boy. 11?
11 does not hit, as it's... You're trying to aim through the brood of creatures and it misses high, smashing into the deck above. And your second attack?
26.
Hits.
Okay.
Knocked back 10 feet into a wave of dwarves who are now trying to subdue them. What's your damage?
I was aiming to knock him off the boat.
Oh, well,
We're
this is...
on
There's
the
still
second
another deck
floor.
above.
Wait, this is...
Yeah.
This is not the
We're not
top
even
of the
in
boat.
the open ship yet?
No,
We're in the
there's another
second
deck.
floor.
The third deck is down here on the map. You don't see it.
Gotcha.
There's 3 levels of the
You'd
ship.
have to shoot him through the wall.
12.
12. Very
Probably
good.
not the best idea in a ship.
Okay, it is now...
I do have bonus actions.
Yes.
I will not use it.
DM disadvantage.
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you, man.
But
Welcome
Thanks,
back.
Ange.
yes. Good
Thank
work.
you, Ange. Love you. All right, very good. It is now the enemy's turn. And
Boo.
this one turns. Has been attacked. They both move up to you, Morthos, and make their attacks against you.
With disadvantage?
He is dodging. He
I am
didn't say
dodging.
that.
You are dodging, yep. So the first one rolls a 17
Nope.
on its first attack, and a 14 on the second attack.
Nope.
The second one rolls a natural 1
He trips and falls overboard.
and
Falls
slips
and
and
impales
falls,
himself.
and then stands back up
Killing
and rolls a 10.
Tonight's the night.
These ones continue forward, now not trying to be subtle about it, and are just tearing into the dwarves. And the dwarves are able to defend themselves, so they're not dying in one hit as they take crits, but several of them get gashed terribly and are kind of like trying to make their way out as the next one steps up. These two here who have the woman in their clutches pull out daggers and
I want to
plunge.
blind.
Okay. That's a 20. A natural 1.
Stab each other.
And his dagger goes flying out of the porthole that's there.
I'll upcast it.
And but while the 20 that hits is not enough to put her down.
Nice
And
job,
so she's bleeding profusely and still struggling against.
I
Okay.
upcasted it. I have to take 3 damage.
These guys, these are smaller. They're almost like little squids with tentacled feet and about the size of a goblin, smaller. And they just kind of slither around towards you, Eli, and they surround you, and they one attack against Wolfram, and that is a 16, and that's 7 damage. Eli is a 20, that's 7 damage. No, and a 20.
No, my armor class is 21.
Sick.
All right.
You're so strong.
So strong.
Alright. So that's their turn.
They don't get it too.
Oh, they about to. Oh.
It is now Sola's turn.
I would like to go in between. It's hard to explain. I'm gonna run up to Morthos. Is there a way I can get in flanking with the 2? I don't think so.
So this one is stabilized. I'm going to take him off.
Okay.
You can not flank with Morthos, but you can get up past Wolfram.
Okay, I'll go there.
Yep.
I'll attack the person to my right.
Very good. So this one here.
Yep.
Yep. He has been singed by Morthos previously.
19.
Hits. Your second attack.
13. Oh, hold on, that was a 1.
Natural 1?
Mm-hmm. Well, does it count if I'm blessed?
It does. It's still
okay.
in 1.
Then
So
yeah.
roll your D20.
15.
15. Need you to roll a Constitution save.
You have a D4 to that.
7.
Goodness.
You feel, not having been able to stretch at all before you woke up, as you punch with your missing hand, you come back around with an elbow and you feel a twinge in your back, and you now have disadvantage on your second attack.
She just goes, I hate
Okay.
the sea.
Freaking sea.
But my
boats.
first one is not a disadvantage.
Correct.
Freaking boats.
6. So my first attack is 11.
Okay.
My second attack misses, and then my third attack is disadvantaged.
If you do flurry of blows, it would be the same thing. Your first would be normal, your second would be disadvantaged.
So my third attack
Your
is
third attack would be normal.
okay. 19.
Hits. Roll your damage.
Savage attacker.
Mad at everyone.
8.
8. Very good. And so you punch it in the face, you pull a back muscle. In frustration, you just kind of follow through with a knee straight up to its gut. It expels a black, brackish liquid, which is kind of a mix of its blood and spittle. As it tries to catch its breath, you can see its gills like flaring out in pain, unable to breathe. Yanni, you are up.
So I look at Kildrick and I go, tonight is the night. And
AKA, he just found out he has reckless attack.
for the first time in.
Barbarian just found out he has reckless attack.
I blame all of my friends around the table and the DM, so.
I just thought you were playing safe.
Yeah, that's it. That makes sense.
We didn't want you to get cocky.
So at the same time I look at him and I go into my rage and run up and recklessly attack the first enemy.
Attaboy! You're a barbarian now.
It's the female dwarf, though.
First enemy I see.
You get up to the top and you see enemies that are flanking Wolfram. You can try to make a acrobatics check to jump up, or you can come around next to Eli and attack those over there.
I want to help Wolfram.
Yep.
So
Okay, so make your acrobatics check.
Does he add a D4 to that?
You got this, bro.
It's not to ability checks.
Oh, okay.
Just saving throws and attacks.
Got it.
10.
10. You jump up in your rage and fall back down. And you go prone on the bottom of the stairs.
So I.
I'm gonna attack! Oh!
So you stand back up,
Yep.
and that's your full movement.
Well, that's what happens when you reckless, bro.
This is ridiculous.
We were all
So
just
what happens when you roll a
picturing
4?
like a slow motion thing, and then
I have a +6 and I rolled a 4.
Oh, I'm so happy right now.
Yeah, I bet you are.
You can double move, bro.
You can take a dash action if you care to. Can you bring me one too?
Yes, I would like to.
Okay.
I'll have a Reese's peanut butter pie.
Go ahead and make your acrobatics check.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. 10.
You rolled 2 4s.
2 4s in a row. That die is going home. The purple die is letting me down. I'm too tan. That's what it is. I'm one other
Yeah,
level.
she just has
it was a suntan
sunburn.
lotion. You're a little slippery. He still has his sunnies on. That's why.
That's amazing. Oh, and your rage fades since you didn't attack and you're not going to be attacked.
He hit the ground. He hit the ground pretty hard.
He didn't take damage. He just
He
broke.
headbutted the ground.
Kildrick, you're up as you see Yanni run up the stairs
Hold on this!
and fall back down.
One more time! I should have just pushed everybody out of the way. What are you all on top of the steps?
Gildrick leans down and pats him on the shoulder and goes, "Why don't you sit this one out, lad?
Get off me!
I seem to be going through it."
I
And then he
push
jumps
him.
up. And then he runs
For an attack?
and then he runs up the stairs.
All right.
I hope he
You
falls.
get next to Wolfram and you.
And I take a look around. Do I see the dwarf I was talking to earlier? Do I see the
How
girl?
does he get next to Wolf?
As you try to scoot past Wolfram, there's enemies, and then beyond them you see Lonnie held fast.
She was the one that was stabbed.
She was the one that was stabbed.
Oh. I'm gonna use suggestion on the creature that is attacking her.
Isn't that
Okay.
the one I just knocked off of her?
There's still one.
There were 3 on her.
Oh my god.
One was knocked back. One, and these 2 are still holding her. One lost its dagger.
Alright.
Girl.
So
Is it because he's tiny?
Poor girl.
He doesn't have to make an acrobatics check. I want him to fall down so hard.
You tried to jump up here. She's running up this way. Here.
Oh. I thought I was going next to Wolfram though.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, okay, that
Yeah.
one. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm with you now.
I say to the creature, I say, "Let that girl go. She has a master of a magic that causes her to explode at will, and she will sacrifice to destroy you."
Okay.
Sweet.
I rolled an 8, so I'm sure I failed.
That works.
You failed.
And so
Should've had
he
him stop
immediately,
attacking in
under
general.
the power of your suggestion,
But it has to be something believable.
releases her. And his eyes go wide as he looks down and looks back at you. And says this weird guttural thing, a language that none of you speak. And the other one kind of looks at him wide-eyed but holds fast to her.
Oh wait, the one he knocked. I thought he knocked him away from me.
There was 3 holding her. One has been knocked away. One is now let go.
Dang it! I should have told him to kill the other one.
There's one more that is now holding her. As Jaga, you are up.
Alright, I'd like to step over Yanni's body and go up the stairs.
You do so.
Can I try to do what he did without the falling?
Go ahead and roll your acrobatics. check.
Come on.
Nat 1.
Just a dog pile.
Crit.
You look down at him and just pull yourself up like someone getting out of the pool without any effort.
I do a couple of like chin-ups.
Yeah. Pull yourself
I'm not
up
looking.
and then just step up.
I wait.
stand
I
up.
wait for you to look. I'm like, look. Look at me.
Yanni.
Go get him, Tiger.
Pretty sweet, right?
Pretty sweet, bro. I wasn't thinking about doing this, and then I saw you do it, and then I thought about it.
Alright, so I'd like to attack that guy.
Go ahead and make your attack.
I'm not flanking anyone, right?
You are not.
Okay.
It could be.
That's basically your full movement.
Okay, that's fine.
Couldn't be. Yeah.
That's fine. I will do
Do it.
just +5 minus. Or yeah, -5 plus
Go
9.
ahead, roll your attack.
That's a 16.
That hits.
Like a meat stick.
24 damage.
You slice his head off.
Fantastic. Is there anyone else I can attack? Oh, you know what? I'll throw my sword.
You can throw your sword at this guy who's right in front of you, or
Okay.
this guy, or any
Yeah,
other
yeah.
side.
Straight ahead. It's gonna be 16 plus 7.
Hits. Did you do +5 minus 10?
Can I do that on the throwing, or is
Yes.
that just melee?
It's still a great weapon.
Okay, then I would. It would be 18.
18 hits.
Okay.
That's awesome.
You're awesome.
Because I told you about reckless attacks.
Yeah, my only friend around the table.
Oh, that's the special sword we have.
That'll be 22
First time
damage.
playing,
Okay.
okay?
You pierce through his chest,
That's a lot of damage.
and Morthos, you see the blade explode through, and it covers you in this blackish ichor as it looks at you wide-eyed and just crumples down.
Love it. And to pull, I'm gonna pull the sword back.
And you, with your bonus action, it returns to you.
Okay.
All right, very good. It is now Morthos' turn.
Wolfenberg, move on.
What?
Move! I'm just pushing it something.
If, just because Adam doesn't know, since I dodged last time, if I would just run away and he takes his opportunity attack, but that still can be at disadvantage.
It's until your next
No,
turn.
it's
Wait, don't you have
your
mobile?
new turn has come, so the dodge is no longer.
No longer.
Yeah,
Okay.
active.
Alright. Then I will bonus action stab him with my dagger.
Bonus action stab.
Or offhand, yeah.
Roll your attack. You do not. This is not a sneak attack,
Nope.
so it's just
Correct.
normal.
Add your D4.
Did
I did, I critted.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Oh my lord.
So it's
Like
like
three tonight.
32.
Yeah.
That does hit.
But just barely.
And but unfortunately, so it's just 2d4. Well, actually, no, wait. Biting blade is this, so it's 4d4.
All ones.
DM wants to play too, though.
Yeah, does he?
Yeah.
1.
No.
Morthos kills everybody. Yanni still has no kills.
It's only a 10.
10 damage. Okay, very good. You skewer him in the opposite side, so you had pierced him the first time. As he turned to you with his scaly, fishy body on fire, you come through and pierce him through the other side, as both of his sides are just oozing with this black ichor.
Alright. Then I'm going to run around and flank the guy that is next to Eli.
What?
You run around to there.
And I will use my action to attack that guy.
Go ahead.
Literally
With-
kills everybody. Freaking rogues.
17, 19.
Mm-hmm.
You know what he doesn't
Another
get to
one
do
didn't
though?
die?
Reckless attack. I get advantage on my attack rolls. For my first attack roll.
21.
Yeah,
You
on
cut
my first, yeah, I didn't want it.
into the back of his neck and just fillet right through his throat, and his squiddy body just goes limp. Okay. Eli, you see Morthos do this, and right as you're about to attack him, he goes down.
Okay. And, well, I gotta light this up anyway. And he looks this other squid thing in the eye, draws it against his shoulder, lights it up radiant, and goes to poke it right between the eyes. Like a really dainty poke. 'Cause
Make your
he's
attack.
Assuming they have low HP. It's gonna hit. It's 15 plus
That
something.
does hit. Yep.
And that, alright. 12.
12. He goes down.
And then I yell down to Yanni with my bonus action. I know I already used it. Like, Yanni, these things are really easy. I think this could be the night.
I'm just sleeping.
Wolfram.
Does that girl look like she has freed herself on her turn from the grapple?
They go on their turn, so she is still being held by one of them.
Okay. And how many baddies look like there are left? Plus the baddies I saw outside. There are at least 10, 20
Yeah,
things
1,
coming.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on this deck that you can see.
Oh yeah, there's a whole other deck above us.
Okay. Ridiculous. I will walk up. Is that a bad guy right there in front of me?
Yes, right here, yep.
Ah!
Morthos has been attacking. There is a dwarf bleeding
Killed
out
it, dude.
right behind him.
I like my sneak attack.
I would attack
Not
me
to waste a
before
turn.
you.
Alright, I'm going to Eldritch Blast, try to Eldritch Blast the other guy off of her.
Up here. Okay, very good. Break your attack.
Come on, baby. Crit fail for 1.
Roll your d20.
Oh boy. And there goes
2.
Logan's girlfriend.
2.
You blew the side of the ship off.
Water starts pouring in. Sorry.
Roll your damage, please.
15.
I use cutting words.
To do what?
I just want to save her.
You don't
You don't know
what's
what's happening.
Is it gonna? I
though.
don't want her to get hurt.
Wow, you
As
got
he
attacks quick.
shoots, as he
This is my
shoots
true
his
love.
hand, there is a odd recoil that you know to happen from time to time, and
I'm
you
a wild search.
take
warlock.
15 damage.
Oh.
Oh
I'm a
no!
wild search warlock.
As the Eldritch Blast reverbs back into your hand and just
Ah! Well, with the other pew, I'll
What
try
other
the
pew?
same. I'll try the same
Just as
thing.
curly.
Alright, roll your attack.
Come on, baby. Oh my gosh.
Another one.
No, 11.
Missed though. Alright.
But I'm moving up.
Please, dear Lord.
Moving up in the world.
I'm
Get
moving up.
out of the way.
I am rotating around that guy, girl,
Okay.
right there,
There you go.
and I say, "Dwarves, get up and do something!" That's it.
They are fighting back, and
I still say it.
they are trying to do what best they can without weapons at the ready.
Bite at their
Some
knees.
have, by this round, now grabbed clubs, spears, swords, and are fighting them back.
Okay.
You hear no sounds of battle above you, Wolfram.
Okay.
They're dead.
And this one just kind of steps back and looks at the dwarf and then looks at you and makes 2 attacks against you, Wolfram. You are damaged, so you can see that its nose is flaring at the smell of the blood coming out of your hand, and it is instinctively zoned in on you.
I am not bleeding.
It has advantage on its attacks.
It is not slashing or piercing damage that comes from my
That
spell.
is a 23,
Hit.
and the second one is a 23.
Hit.
So you take 14 points of damage.
I'm good.
This one is struggling with Lonnie and has pulled out a knife as it's grappling her. Wolfram, I'm sorry, Kildrick, why don't you roll a athletics check to see if she can break free?
You sure it's not an acrobatics check?
It's not for
That's not
you,
for
this
you.
is
You
for
just
her.
roll it.
Add +5 to whatever you roll.
Come on.
15.
15. She breaks free
Yes.
and is able to kind of just kind of limp back behind the line of dwarves who kind of pass her by, and the several of them do down this one as it goes down, and then they down this one as that goes down, as several other dwarves fall dead. In the midst of all this, this one kind of lets out this weird gurgle, and you all hear the same reverberation of sound outside. And as that happens, they begin to move towards the stairs.
That one goes up to the first floor, right?
Wolfram, you get an opportunity attack against this guy as he leaves your threatened radius.
Ah! Quarterstaff attack!
Go ahead.
Airball.
Airball.
What is it? 10. 7.
Solod, is your turn as you see them all making their way up the stairs.
I'll get in range of the closest one and Radiant Sunbolt it.
Okay? So you get at the base of the stairs and shoot up towards it.
Goodness. 14?
Does not hit. Second attack.
Not at disadvantage because it's... Oh, crit!
Roll your attack.
2, 3, 8.
On a crit.
Yep, I rolled a 2 and a 1.
Nice.
Can't savage attack those.
And so you...
My third.
You can savage attack them still.
For Radiant Sunbolts, it says melee attacks only.
I stand corrected.
Should have lied.
While I sit.
And
That's correct.
that one's gonna hit 17 plus 4 plus 8.
Okay. Yep.
And that one's an 8.
8. Very good. So 2 blasts flash off scales that just kind of flutter into the darkness above as it's not paying even attention to you, just trying to get out now. Yanni,
Do I hear any splashing out the porthole?
you hear the sound of battle. You roll a perception check.
$20 unnatural.
Yeah, you hear what sounds to be splash, splash, splash,
I stand up.
as if someone was diving into the water.
Yeah, I stand up.
That's half of your movement.
I make my way to the nearest porthole.
There are no portholes on your level.
Make one.
You do know that you
There's
are below the water level.
Okay. I didn't know. I didn't know that. All right. Well, then I will make my way up.
Okay. What's your movement speed?
45.
Okay, so you can get to there with your full movement.
Is there a porthole maybe in that one spot right there that I can see the water?
Sure, there's a porthole. It's not actually not a porthole. There is a gunner's slit for the ballistas that are there.
Perfect. I'm gonna shoot a storm bolt into the water nearest an enemy if I see one.
Okay. As you look out, you don't have dark vision, right?
Nope.
You see nothing.
Shoot it! Anyway.
I'm gonna shoot it anyway. I'm gonna shoot it right in the water.
Roll your attack with disadvantage.
You're blinded.
Electricity travels.
Blinded.
You're blinded.
With disadvantage, I'm recklessly attacking, so it's gonna be a straight
Straight
roll.
roll. Okay.
Recklessly!
And impressed. So that is a 18.
18. That hits the water.
Just seeing what will happen.
Nothing happens.
That's
That you
okay.
can see. You see the flash disappear below your vision as you kind of basically put your hand out and shot down.
Sees
Yeah,
a
dude.
fish come up and it's his first kill.
Yeah!
Yeah! Let's go fishing. It's like cheating.
I'm on the board!
Oh,
Oh, that'd be sad.
come on, seems bad.
Named Ariel.
A merfolk.
Look at this stuff, isn't it?
All right, that's it. That's all I got.
All right, very good. Kildrick.
Can I see?
You can see Lonnie.
Can I see Lonnie?
Yep.
Alright, well I'm gonna use some healing word on her.
Okay, go ahead and roll your
Right.
healing word.
And I'm gonna do it by singing her a little song.
Okay.
Alright, let's see.
Sexual healing.
No,
Oh.
that's later. I'm gonna do a level 2 healing word on her.
Okay.
Remember, we are going to a
2d4.
ghost ship. Just saying.
What is 2d4 plus 5?
She must
When we use
survive.
all our health potions
There's
on
these
NPCs.
DM tricks where they do
It's
that
10
small
10
battle
it's
before
10
the big battle.
It's 10 points of healing. Alright? And he breaks out his guitar and he goes, when the dwarf loves a woman, can't keep his mind on nothing else. He'd trade the world for this good thing he's found.
Preach it.
And he just is going off and then he just gets hit by something and then breaks out of it.
Very good. There are other dwarves bleeding out. If you
I don't
act,
see them though.
We don't care about them.
if you act now, you could save some of them.
We're out of
Okay.
initiative.
You are out of initiative.
Then yeah. We're,
Yeah.
I'm
We
gonna,
are? Did they run? Did they jump off the boat?
What's the thing with the way?
You
With
can get
someone?
them actually
I'll
still
take
jogging.
the-
Did they take someone with them?
They took no one with them.
Oh, so he's on our side?
No, he's
I jump in the- I'm
up
just
the stairs by now.
I can breathe underwater.
Jaga, you could run up to this guy if you care.
Yeah, I want to kill that guy.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
Alright,
Yeah, I want to kill that guy.
yeah, -5 plus 10.
Yep.
Nice.
Ooh, 21.
Hits.
Noise.
22 damage.
Dead.
You chop off one of his arms that is kind of trailing behind,
Oof.
and he's just staggering up the stairs, bleeding out.
Alright,
Let's interrogate
I'm
him.
gonna attack him again.
Okay?
But yeah, I'm gonna interrogate him.
I'm just teasing.
He speaks gargle.
I can speak all gargle.
I could probably do
Can you? Well, I don't know if I know that. Do I know that?
We've used it before.
Alright, I'll try and knock him out. I don't know if I knew that.
Okay?
-5 plus 10.
Okay? So this is a non-lethal blow.
Yeah, it
Okay.
would have been. But it's only a 4.
That misses.
So he's still crawling.
You're still crawling.
It's like
Do I have movement to step in front of him?
You do not. In front of him is the next deck. You're basically just hacking. You were able to cut off his arm as it was he's kind of in his backswing.
Okay.
Morthos, if you care to do anything,
Oh, I'm gonna run right up the stairs after him.
you can get behind him.
And then I will booming blade him.
as decided.
Okay?
He's done.
Roll your attack.
19.
It hits.
Is that
Don't bother.
considered?
Don't bother. His
Oh.
body just explodes with the thunder energy of your booming blade as it surges forth. And you see no further enemies. You can go up to the
I'd
top
like to
deck.
go up to the top and take a
You go
look.
up to the top deck as you watch the last couple of creatures dive into the waves. You
Kraken.
run to the edge and you see several fins that have kind of turned and are swimming away and then disappear beyond your dark vision.
Alright.
You also survey and you see 4 dead dwarves up here as well that were seemingly on watch and did not
Did not watch well.
I will yell down the stairs that guys, I believe they have all left the ship. They are swimming away. But I'm gonna kind of stay right at the top of the stairs and just keep looking around for a time.
Okay, very good.
I loot the ship.
So combat ends. What?
I'd like to stabilize as many dwarves as I can.
same.
Yeah, I'd be doing it.
I can spare the dying a couple times.
Okay. I would say that with your collective efforts, you are able to save. There's 2 that die. You're able to save all the others on this floor.
I don't like it.
So there are 6 total that died.
Okay.
So the crew is down to 24.
Captain or no captain?
Captain,
That's who I would look for first.
yeah, Captain is alive.
Okay.
He has a kind of a nicer.
Can you do a mass heal or something?
I'm gonna use my
Cove.
inspiring leader. To
Okay.
give
He
everybody
kind of
some
came out
points.
light.
Yeah, they are very, they are hurt. Many of them are hurt. So if you want them to actually, while there's 24 alive, they're effectively down to
Maybe.
about 15 that are able-bodied without you healing them.
That's fine, they'll recover.
So you mean
They'll
like they're
yeah,
at 0?
They'll recover.
Like they're hurt. Yeah.
Can I inside the likeliness of whether I should use my inspiring leader right now?
Well, that would provide temporary hit points.
Yeah, but how long would it?
It would last until they take a rest.
Where
Until
Just with the-
everyone rests.
Until whoever it is affecting takes a rest.
Okay.
But again, those are only temporary hit points. It doesn't actually provide healing.
Yeah, but it would just be an extra 9 in case we got attacked again, right?
That's true.
Okay. So I'll do that.
Okay, so you inspire your team.
Inspire everybody.
Okay.
All
So-
of us.
Let's see.
Until you take your next rest.
Definitely you.
Which will be in
Where are
2
we?
seconds.
Yeah, where are we in that cycle?
You don't need it?
It was about
Okay, so
4 a.m. So
Everybody
day
except for John.
it was
Okay.
day 4 going into day 5.
Okay.
So day 5 is when,
When we
you were
arrive.
to arrive.
Yeah.
It's how many temporary hit points?
9.
9.
9.
If you do not go back to sleep, you will all take a level of exhaustion.
Which is
A rest.
Oh,
If I
well,
only
I guess
require
we're
4
taking a
hours of
rest
sleep,
anyways.
though, I wouldn't have to, right? I wouldn't take a point of exhaustion if I only require 4
you
hours
wouldn't,
of
because
meditation.
you got what you needed.
I laid down most of the battle.
So then I guess I would rest. Is it a short rest?
No, you can complete your long rest if you care to do so.
Let's
they-
definitely do that.
Do they get to do that then and get healed?
You're adventurers. You're made of
Tougher
sterner
stuff.
stuff.
Sterner stuff than sailors on the high sea?
Mm.
Okay.
They're a bunch of wussies,
Thanks.
man. Their skin's soft. And
splintering in my head.
Well, while you guys are figuring out what we're gonna do our first giveaway.
let's take a long rest and then we'll inspire us all in the morning.
And
But I'm
so we are going to give away right now this lemur
Man, I don't need to.
When you take exhaustion, what
and
is that?
this barbarian dude.
No, I know. I'm just.
So it's a Carrion tribe barbarian and a lemur
We need to
devil.
sleep. Yeah. Right, we need to sleep.
We're going to give these away. And if you would like your chance at winning these 2 figures, type into the chat right now, exclamation point.
Yanni still hasn't gotten a kill.
Reckless attacks exist.
Exclamation point Lonnie. Lonny.
She's a prank
Lonny. Lonnie.
Lonnie.
So type in exclamation point Lonnie if you would like your chance at winning these 2 minis, and then we're going to randomly choose a winner from those who have
10, 5,
entered.
3.
Exclamation point LONNI. All right, so what are you guys doing?
O-N-N-I.
Resting?
Definitely,
Yeah,
sleep.
LNNY. I'm sorry, LNNY.
Definitely sleeping. So we don't get exhausted.
Okay, so you all, but for Sola, take a rest. Are you seeking to heal any of them?
No.
Heal any of the dwarves?
Yeah,
Are any of them like looking really bad?
several.
Okay. Well then.
Before I go to bed, I'm going to start
Heal them and
injecting my
rest.
blood on
Yeah.
people.
I'm gonna heal them. Can I just heal all of them and then rest?
You can complete your long rest, yes.
I can't heal them and then sleep.
Um,
I mean, I'm not just gonna be like, guys, you're bleeding. I'm gonna
so
sleep. I'll heal you later. You know what I mean?
I mean, he use all his spell slots on this.
And then just sleep and then get them back from long
gain them
resting.
all back.
Kind of.
Do tell.
Well, am I taking a long rest? or not?
Trying to get you to use them. He's.
You would complete your long rest, which would give you all of your spells back.
I feel like there's a
But
but
there's
to
a-
that
So
statement.
wait.
Oh,
So you're saying
level 1
so
spells back?
so I can
No,
I can,
it's
I can heal them
Okay.
Yep.
and then sleep
yes,
and then wake up and feel rejuvenated, well rested.
yes.
Okay, well I'll do that.
The old bait and switch.
But your rest has been interrupted, so you would need to take a full 8-hour rest.
Okay, so how long are we gonna be able to sleep for? Am I gonna be able to sleep for?
You can try to sleep for 8 hours.
And then what would happen?
That's what it
What would
said.
happen per
Yeah.
se if I was to wake up after 5 or 6?
We will leave you
You
behind.
would not get a long rest.
But we
And
would
then-
no longer have the exhaustion, though, correct?
I wouldn't have
Correct.
exhaustion. Would I get any of my spell slots back?
If you don't complete a long rest, you don't get your spells back.
I do.
He's gonna wake us up at 7 and
You're
a
gonna wake us
half
up at
hours.
7.5 hours.
This is like
We're gonna come up on the boat in the next 2 hours. and
Yeah,
then-
but doesn't mean we.
Well, I'll definitely
Listen.
use.
He's baiting you.
I understand what he's doing.
It's not like
I get
we're
it.
the
He
only ones that
wins.
can rest. They can also rest.
Yeah. And they don't. They're not coming on the ship with us.
They have hit dice.
Yeah, but we're trying to get their
'Cause they're
favor so they
gonna
can
die.
help us out, guys.
They're not going to help us.
They're not gonna help us fight,
If we
but
save them, they
we
might.
might
Lonnie's
have a
going
less
to.
of
Do
a
you
escape
remember
route.
what they said? The captain said they'll get us within 500 feet, and then they're gonna
A dinghy.
dinghy us over. So they're not coming with us.
But
Taking seats.
if we need a fast escape, they're
Okay, I'll tell you what.
Raven.
Is there one that I'm seeing that if I don't heal him, he'll die?
They have all been stabilized.
Okay.
So it's just a matter of how much vigor you wish to provide them.
Okay.
I will say, "By the divine," and pop out 10 good berries.
I still have.
Okay.
Where they pop out?
Did they go back?
And I will eat all.
The juice is just.
I will
going out.
almost eat all of them, and then instead I will hand out 10 and go walk right back downstairs.
And there is certainly, that's greatly appreciated, and several of them take strength from that, certainly nourishment, and that's helpful.
To one of the dwarves that I saw that looked like my dad, I'll go up and I'll say, "Sorry for your wounds," and give him a level 2 healing, cure wounds, and then walk back downstairs.
Okay, he looks up at you, says, "Thanks a lot."
We didn't take a single point of damage,
Where-
but thanks.
No, he was bleeding out.
Where's the captain?
The captain is tending to the crew right
So
now.
he's all right.
He's all right.
Okay.
He's alive.
Are there
He
any
slept through that.
tridents from the fish?
There's a
people?
dropped knife.
I want that. I want trident.
A trident would be cool.
There would be some tridents from some of the Sehagen you felled, yes.
Can I take one?
You may.
Okay, I'm gonna take one trident
You
and
have
then
a trident.
give my 2 daggers to 2 of the dwarves
Okay,
for defensive purposes.
very good. And there are weapons on board, it's just that they didn't have them at the ready while they were sleeping.
I will take my 2 daggers back.
Noobs.
Okay, yeah, you can. They appreciate the gesture, but they. Dwarves fight with hammers, axes, not daggers.
Well, you make sure you have them at hand.
Aye,
Kildrick sort of hides his rapier a tiny
Aye.
bit. So
What are these things that attacked us?
the Sehagen, sea devils, right bastards, come upon us when we sleep, try to capture ships, steal the supplies. The
Is this-
attacks have been ramping up of late. We thought we had enough on watch, but it was a large number. This is more than normal.
How long can they stay out of water?
They can breathe out of water for a time, but their home is underwater.
Wolfram, you have anything?
What?
Did I wake you?
No, I was thinking about what to do.
You're so snappy lately.
I think that I will sleep in the crow's nest, and Nevermore will wake me if he sees another attack. That's what I'll do.
That's wise.
Okay. So, is it any further healing that you're going to do? I would say you have 24 living crewmen, and while there were 15 that were able-bodied, there are now 19 that are able-bodied.
I can deal with that.
Oh, if I
It's like a
don't
percentage.
take a rest, does that mean I still have my injury to the back?
If
I don't take a rest, does that mean I still have my muscle strength and disadvantage on my second attack?
You can take a short rest to relieve that.
Okay, and then I'd lose my
See if
temporary hit
Yanni will
points.
massage it for you.
Some yoga.
Yes.
I tell her I know some good yoga. Don't push her.
Very good. I don't know if we chose a winner, but anyway,
Yeah.
that one's done. You guys complete your rest, or rather, you don't, because as the light dawns, the Emperor of the Waves is spotted, and you do not have enough time to take a full 8 hours to kind of restart your rest. You get about 4 hours in, and the captain comes to you and he says, "Aye, look, we're down, men.
You still have your,
We're here.
you still have your points.
Want to get you over there now, as quickly as we can, and get the hell out of here. No offense, but I'm not risking my crews for this. We were paid to get you here, and we'll stay and get you out, but we're not going to stay long."
All due respect, sir, we saved a lot of your crew.
Aye, which is the only reason why we continued on.
You couldn't spare a few able-bodied fighters to help us out.
No, absolutely not. We'll roll you over and drop you off, and then we're gonna row back here. And then when you're ready to come out, you signal us. And he hands you what is essentially a signal, a lamp. Light it up, and we'll come.
Hey.
You ready to shove off then?
How long was it since we laid down? An hour?
4 hours.
About 4 hours.
Oh.
Around
So we finished a long rest then.
no, because the clock restarts, so you basically have to do another 8 hours to take the 4 long rest.
So we got a total of 8 hours, but not a consecutive 8 hours.
Right, it was not
2
an
short
uninterrupted 8 hours, therefore not a long rest. It was enough for a short rest, for those of you who would care to take a short rest, but not a long rest.
Again, I laid down on the battle, so it won't really matter.
Well, I certainly have to take a short rest.
Yeah. Alright. Are you using any hit die?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So they take you out on the dinghy, and
Bless
they
you.
How do I do this? Where are the
Quit
hit dice?
playing with your dinghy.
Short rest. There we go.
you approach a massive ship that dwarfs the
Pun intended.
Soul of Winter. You see it from a distance, it's maybe 3 times the size.
Ooh, this looks fun.
It's like the Black Pearl.
It's a cannon. Can I shoot a cannon?
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
I don't know if I'm centered here, but
Come down a little bit.
Down.
There. That's better.
alright. It's about 3 times the size. And there are no portholes in it anywhere. So you cannot see into the ship. As you gauge it, you would guess that there might be maybe 4 decks.
It's a big
There
one.
are a couple of things that you notice as you approach. First of all, there are no masts on the ship. They're all missing. As you approach, you see that there is also a hole in the port side of the ship just at the waterline that looks to have just ramshackle makeshift repairs thrown over it that may or may not be holding out the water. The crewmen throw grappling hooks up that hook onto the top deck, and they tell you to climb up.
Morthos will climb up in stealth.
Okay? Go ahead and stealth up.
It's a
Anyone-
skill check, right?
How
Is
long-
anyone
Skill
else
check.
following him? Yes, it's athletics to climb up.
How long was the dinghy ride?
The dinghy ride was about 500 feet or so. It took about a minute as they rode in.
We lost our blast, right?
You guys, do they still have their 9 temporary hit points?
I did not. I presume that you
Did that when you
woke up and gave it to them again.
Well, they don't run out ever.
Well, don't they?
They just can't get
we
it
rested.
again until they do a rest.
Well, we rested last night, didn't we?
Well, you didn't. You took short rests. You didn't complete a.
So it lasts through a short rest?
It lasts until the next long rest.
Oh, okay.
Or until you get more temporary hit points.
Got it.
I'll follow him up.
Okay. Are you going stealthily as well?
Yes, I'm gonna hold my breath.
Okay. Roll your athletics check. What'd you get?
For stealth, it
For
was
ath-
23.
And athletics?
I don't need to. I'm climbing.
You do have a climbing speed. Very good. Morthos, as you climb, you feel the greaves on your legs almost adhere to the surface like a weird Velcro that just you stick with ease and are just able to climb and scatter up like a spider. And you kind of emerge next to the side. Jaga, roll your athletics.
It's 11.
And your stealth.
Oh, I'm rolling for stealth. Another 4? My stealth is 6.
He splashes in the
Okay.
water.
Which can I use saving face for?
Whichever you'd like.
Am I slipping? Does it seem like I'm slipping?
It's so you're kind of, as you're climbing, you're banging into the side of the ship.
Oh no. Wait.
I'll use it for stealth.
Only 2 people.
Plus 5.
Yeah. Already?
So 16,
now-
16 for stealth.
16 for stealth.
Yeah.
Very good. You emerge and you see, both of you see, 8 what look to be iron tubes which point out towards the sea, or 7 that point towards the sea. You have no idea what they are. There are also large metal balls in baskets next to them. All of this is rusted and corroded over. It just looks odd.
There's no movement on the deck. Make perception
I'm
checks.
just giving you this
Okay.
is the first pass. There are stairs that lead up to a what's it called? The forecastle at the front of the ship, and then the quarterdeck at the back of the ship, where there is the wheel of the ship, which just kind of is listing back and forth without any real direction to it.
I'd like to use my message ability to give both Morthos and Jaga Bardic Inspiration.
Okay, so you guys have 10 minutes of Bardic Inspiration.
What is that?
You can add a D8 to any roll.
Oh, it's the 8 now.
You do see that there are double doors that lead downwards, and there is a door in the quarterdeck that looks rather elaborate, and there is a door in the forecastle which looks reinforced.
I want to whisper to him. Oh, were you saying something else?
I'm just kind of giving you the general. There are blood stains throughout the deck.
Okay. I was going to whisper to Morthos, do you want to move up a little bit and I'll see if I can help the rest of them up here.
Not until I take my first perception check.
Roll your perception.
It'll be 17.
Aside from the rhythmic creaking of the timbers of the ship, you see and hear nothing. No movement, no creatures anywhere.
Iraga, you help the rest of them up. I do not see nothing. I will sneak around just to see if I can see anything else.
Okay.
So with that, I'd like to make stealth, basically all just around the whole entire top of the ship.
Okay. What are you looking to do?
Really, I'm looking for any signs of life, movement, anything that would indicate there's people on the ship still.
Okay. You can look at the blood stains that are on the ship. Go ahead and roll a medicine check.
22.
The blood looks rather recent, like it was spilled within the last couple of days.
And this ship went missing
6 years ago.
6 years ago.
Their roll an investigation check on the bloodstains.
Crit fail.
Ugh.
Find nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
You go to the forecastle. That's the front of the ship. What do you? There's some barrels that are there. There's a broken masthead, just like in the center of a ship. Broken masthead.
That's the one that has the very decorative door, but not the barricaded one. Or is it that the
The
barricaded one?
forecastle is barricaded. The quarter deck is
Okay.
decorative.
Quarter deck is the one that's decorative. Alright, I mean, if I don't see anything, then I'm just going to go back and help Yaga. Help get everyone
Okay.
else up.
Roll a perception check. When just roll a perception check.
25.
25. That's what you needed. As you come down the stairs from the quarter deck, you hear more than see the slightest shifting in the barrels to the side.
Ooh. Well, then I'm going to take a defensive position, but I'm going to investigate.
Okay? You gingerly look in and move back one of the barrels, and you see that there's another barrel, which, with the perception you rolled, you notice that the other barrels all have plugs in them. This one does not have a plug in it.
Interesting. Alright.
I wouldn't have waited too long to climb up too.
Okay, so you're over here, Morthos. Yanni, roll athletics.
And I would be stealthing as well.
Okay. Athletics, then stealth.
Can I?
15.
15.
Is Yanni up on the board or on the boat?
He is on the boat. And your stealth?
If I'm helping them, do they get advantage?
20. Unnatural.
You're not like climbing next to them. It's the rope itself would have to be knotted, and then that gives you advantage on the athletics checks.
Okay.
I'll say that you could help them to steady the rope, which would give them advantage on the stealth.
Okay.
I would like to climb up as well.
Go ahead.
I did 20 on my stealth.
Very good. Athletics first.
Yeah, and while I'm climbing up, I'm gonna want to be doing my divine sense.
Divine sense, yes.
But so athletics first.
Yep.
12,
12. You make it up.
and then advantage on stealth.
Yep.
15.
Very good. And your divine sense detects what creatures?
It is celestial fiend undead within 60 feet.
Within 60
Have you
feet.
been watching
Yep.
the new season?
You
Funny.
detect
Yeah.
fiends within 60 feet of you.
So then, doing that, I would Hunter's Bane on fiends in particular.
Okay, so if you want to track a fiend, you have advantage to track it.
And some other stuff. I can't be surprised by them.
Can't be surprised by them. By that, by the specific one you're tracking.
Correct. By
Right.
fiends, yes.
Right.
So other things that jump out, I can't be surprised by.
Well, you can still be surprised by a fiend if you're not tracking it.
If you're tracking one of these types, you cannot be surprised by them.
But you're not currently tracking any of them. So the way you have to have something that you're actually tracking.
So I have advantage on survival checks to track, an int check to recall information about fey fiends and undead.
Right.
If you're tracking one of these types, only one at a time, you can't be surprised by them. So is that a specific one, or is that
No.
any fiend?
So it's any fiend, but you need to be you need to have like a trail that you're following. It's not
Okay.
like you just say, "Oh, I'm tracking fiends, and so now I'm."
Right.
Impervious to fiends.
If you find something to track,
Which would be the intention now.
Right.
If I know there are fiends within 60 feet, I want to investigate and...
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm just mechanically
Understood.
kind of yeah.
Got it. All right.
Okay, very good. So you're up there. Wolfram, Sola, and Kildrick are on the boat still.
Yeah, well, on the way over, I would have done the water breathing ritual for all of us.
I don't need it.
So,
Um,
and now just Sola, but yeah.
Really?
And the
You hate water and you can breathe
the-
under it.
The necklace.
and the comprehend languages ritual.
Oh, that's for me
How long
too.
does that last?
An hour.
Very good. And water breathing is 24 hours.
That's right.
Very good. So you all can breathe water, which is useful when you're in the ocean.
And then
Painful
I have a
gills
swimming
just
speed
like
too.
rip open my neck or something like that?
This is
Or?
in Harry Potter.
Just works
Oh,
right through
okay.
your...
Gilly
Your
weed?
lungs just breathe in water. I will. I'll merge with Nevermore and fly in not stealthily,
Okay.
and just
Because you're a bird.
raven my way into the first pedestal I see.
Raising my way downtown.
First pedestal.
Flying fast.
Yeah, what is that
Landing
there?
on a mast.
That's the broken mast.
And I'm here now.
Oh yeah, that's a good spot.
Yep. You look down and you notice that Morthos is messing with something. And you notice pretty much all the other stuff I described. You can roll investigation checks to discern from them if you care to.
Oh, beady, body, beady, boo. Well, that is an 18.
18. As you land on the mast and you look at it, you see that the splintered wood happened recently.
Mm.
And you also look at the wheel that is just kind of turning back and forth on the quarterdeck behind you. And while you're not necessarily a sailor, you know that a wheel is used to turn a rudder on the ship to direct it. And the way that it's moving, it looks like it's must not be attached to the rudder.
Well
Very
said.
good.
Well said.
Sola and Kildrick, what you doing?
Gonna kind of mind link Yanni and be like, help get Kildrick up.
What check is it? Is it acrobatics? or-
Athletics to climb.
How
Okay, yeah.
high is the boat?
Toss
Like-
me. Toss me.
It's about
How tall is it?
35 feet
Don't
to
tell
the top. Well,
Ooh, don't
from
tell
the
me.
water. Yep,
From the water.
yep.
How tall are you?
8 feet tall.
8 feet tall. Kildrick, do you think you can get up far enough that Yanni can pull you up the rest of the way?
You can certainly try.
I'll kind of like hold the bottom of the rope to steady it
Okay, so
and be ready to like catch him if he doesn't make it.
all right, very good. Go ahead and roll your athletics.
Like a baby.
Oh, he's just weak.
Let's roll one.
Is that cocked? Please tell me you think it is.
It is not cocked.
Okay, that's 4.
4. You get about halfway up and you fall down.
I catch him.
Roll a athletics check to catch him.
Teach me so many times
Should have just pulled them up.
11.
She puts
11.
her fake hand out.
She is able to
Strong
catch you
man.
since you were prepared for it. You take no damage, and you can try again. Roll your stealth check though, as
Prepared to catch him again.
Do I think that if he just holds on to the other end, I can pull him
Can
up?
I?
He can
Certainly.
repel up. Okay, I would.
you. Okay.
Um,
So you hold on. Roll your athletics check to hold on.
Solo needs to get up first. There's 2 grapples, or
Cloud
There's
jump up.
one grapple that
Wait,
was
what am I doing now?
Roll an athletics check to
boots.
hold on.
Come on.
Jump like anything.
I just mindly can say both of you just hold on. And I'm not
Oh, I thought. That's a 9.
9. You are able to hold on and be
I
pulled
thought it
up,
was a 1 for a second.
be pulled up by Yanni as the rope is dropped back down. And go ahead and roll your athletics check.
I'm actually gonna cloud jump, which is acrobatics.
Okay. Well, you can't cloud jump 35 feet.
I can't. I have before.
Not straight up. You've jumped distance.
This isn't Super
Up and
Mario.
over. Fine, I'll
BB.
climb up. 6.
6.
Oh my goodness.
You get about halfway up and fall.
And
since there's no
slow
one to
jump
catch you,
and I-
you just kind of put out your hands and glide back down
Can
to the
I
boat.
slow jump and jump midair with my cloud jumping boots?
Sure, go for it.
You're not taking this from me.
19.
All right, so as you climb up, your hand slips on the rope and you fall. And instead of descending at all, you just hit your cloud jump boots and in midair just spring forward and you kind of grab onto the edge railing and flip yourself over and land without a sound.
I didn't fall off a rope or anything. I wanted this to look cool.
All right, so you are all on the boat. Morthos,
What direction did you
you
say
see
the
this
camera
going on here? Are you doing anything else with
He
it?
didn't.
Well, I'd like to turn around and look at Yanni and motion him to come over.
Okay, so
and
while
kind of
this
tell
was
him
all
to, yes,
so I'm
while this was all going on, that
still
happened.
Yeah.
stealthing.
telling him to be quiet.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna go.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ready my magical hammer to take.
And then whenever. And
I'm gonna go for hunt. What's the whack-a-mole?
Whack-a-mole.
If
Just in
anything
case.
pops out.
Okay.
First thing I'd like to do is I'd like to do an investigation to make sure that nothing is booby-trapped before I pull the lid off of that barrel.
Roll your investigation.
It's a pirate ship.
It's a mimic.
Unnatural 20.
Okay. It does not look booby-trapped to you.
And then I'm going to pull the lid off.
Okay. You
Explodes.
pull the lid off, and inside you see two eyes look up at you
Kill it with fire.
as the bald head with long, wispy gray hair for a beard kind of just rises up and looks at you. You see that this man is wearing essentially a toga with a belt that is loosely hung, and his two hands are on a cane that he just kind of was using to steady himself inside of the barrel. He looks at you and he just does this, and he points to all of them and does this. And then in your mind you hear a voice that says, "From where did you come?"
Is that Captain Kirk?
In my mind, I'm going to say, not out loud, we were sent by the owner of this ship.
"You have entered into death."
What makes you
I just
say
see their
this?
facial expressions changing, so I'm just going.
You must be cautious, for there is great evil here.
What have you seen? What is below?
We must be quick.
Insight check this mofo.
Medicaid.
Tia Polo was bound on my island. I was sent from Wenlos, my island of light. My people were on Donelu. I was dispatched about 40 years ago. Sent here to lure Tiapolo, to trap him in a prison stone. We succeeded in our endeavor, luring him with rumors of magic and power. The devil came into the cave, and we were able to shackle him to the stone. About 6 years ago, this giant vessel washed ashore, tossed here by a storm. At first, we tried to live at peace with them, but resources were thin, and we monks were able to survive, while the sailors were not.
Did you implode their hearts?
They attacked my brethren and felled all but myself. I, being the leader, was able to survive. Not wanting to take their life, I fled into the island upon which we hid. I guarded the cave and made sure they could not find the stone. 6 years went by until about a month ago. Another ship emerged, and Minotaur made landfall. They attacked the sailors and fled directly to the cave. Somehow they knew its whereabouts. I could not stop them. It happened too fast. And as the Minotaur lured them to the cave, the two let the sailors slaughter them over the stone, their blood releasing the bonds of its magic.
We learned that mistake.
And with that, Tiapolo was set free.
Is Tiapolo on the ship?
He is below. I advise you all to avoid him at any cost, or you will die.
That was DM voice and character at the same time.
We can all hear this, right?
We're getting him.
No, this
No,
is
it's
in
fine.
his head.
Can I'd like to insight
Let's do this.
what he's telling me.
You need to leave?
Go ahead and roll your insight check.
Ask him where the treasure is.
And I rolled a 1, so I'm
right
gonna believe it all.
You believe it all.
That's it. Oh, right. You rolled a 1?
I have prayed to the gods of light, and I thought they answered my prayer, for a giant creature emerged and sundered the masts of this ship. But Tiapolo fought it off, and it was not sunk.
You fight a dragon?
We got a freaking kraken
yeah.
and a devil.
How long is this taking?
What?
How long is this conversation? This
Long enough for
This-
my bardic inspiration to have failed.
I just tap you on the shoulder and go.
Can I hear?
There, he has summoned more fiends to his cause and has clouded the minds of the remaining sailors who now fight for him. But the sea creature greatly damaged this ship and has set it afloat freely on the waves. I have continued to wait, seeking a way to sink this vessel, for it is what must be done to save the world.
There's no way to capture Tiapolo again,
There is no stone here.
and there is no way for us to kill him.
Even if you kill him in his weakened state, he would reconstitute in Baitor and return. That is why the stones were employed to trap. That the fiends would be removed from danger to the plains.
So, by sinking the ship, are you hoping to entomb him in the ship at the bottom of the sea?
That will slow him. I don't know for how long.
What will you do now? Can you fight? Can you help us?
I am old, but I will do what I can.
And I reach my hand in to help him out.
He kind of leans on his cane and takes it and hops out rather deftly. A large pot belly, and he kind of emerges next to you, holding his
And then
cane.
I will walk back to the group, meanwhile, just telling everyone to be quiet.
What?
Can we do a group moment?
As he does so, he
No.
looks out at your group and he just stares at you so long.
Monk to monk.
I will walk back to the group and whisper as quietly as possible what was just told to me, and relay that to everyone.
Yeah, but what's this going on right here? They're looking at each other weird.
I just stared right back at him.
I assume it's because he's a monk, she's the monk. They must have some connection.
Yeah, what's is this like a
Can I
Jeep
just
thing?
insight this situation?
Go for it.
Okay. I have a 16.
16. The monk is staring intently at Sola, and his eyes are eyes of sadness and surprise. And as you look at him, you notice that his facial features are very much akin to Sola's.
Pew pew! Oh,
You're still a raven.
Sola, are you okay?
Oh, I'm gonna land
Do you
next
know
to
who
this
he
and
is?
turn back into person. North of there, heading towards the door that goes down. No,
Here?
yeah, there.
Why?
I look to Yanni and I whisper to him. I look to Yanni and I whisper to him.
Hey, does he seem a little familiar to you?
No, I've never seen him before, but I don't know, something about him looks like home.
Can I don't know if I'm still linked to them or not.
He has to initiate it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna mind link him and go, who are you?
Names are not important.
I didn't ask him his name, I asked him who he was. Different.
Shut up.
I am a guardian, like you.
Were you one of the chosen?
I was chosen to protect Teopolo and make sure that he was not set free.
I was the last guardian of the mountain. I failed in that mission.
Is Oru still contained?
No,
His eyes go wide. The dragon flies free.
he is, and he destroyed the home. He destroyed Wenlos.
Our people.
Everyone.
Raikatash.
Gone.
He was supposed to train the child of light.
That was me, and I failed.
He falls to his knees. And he looks up at you with tears in his eyes. He has not failed if you are here.
No.
But you are in great danger, and you are not ready.
Ready for what?
To make the darkness flee.
Everyone seems like they know why I'm here, and everywhere I turn, I just fail. I lose friends. I destroyed the mountain. It was because of me that the dragon killed everybody. They all think I have this great purpose, and I thought I did too. But I just keep failing at every turn.
You're a failure.
He looks at you with tears still. He says, "There is always hope, as long as you can see the light."
And it is the only thing that I cling to.
You are the hope.
I'm gonna reach down my arm and help him up. And
I'm presuming you walked
Yeah.
over. And,
yeah.
Don't ever
Would
go
you-
with what he presumes.
After we have our mission here, would you like to return with us?
If we make it out alive.
If you would like, you can wait in our little ship.
No, I must finish what Ragkatash started. I will protect you and train you as best I can.
Thank you.
He points, he says, there are devils in there. Avoid them. There, he points behind, in the old captain's quarters, are Minotaur. Avoid them. We must make our way to the cargo hold. Open up the hole that they have patched and sink this ship.
There's one thing that we need to do before we sink it. We have a friend whose mind needs healing, and the only way we can convince the cleric to heal it is if we brought the treasure from the ship to her.
Petty nuisances. But if you must,
We must. It will release the soul of a young girl.
Maybe.
I will follow the child of light.
Interesting.
I assume this is still going on in their head.
Do you know where the treasure is?
I do not.
No, it won't be out loud. Because he told us about the demons and everything.
Well, if it's out loud, then I would. Is there another way down to the cargo hold other than the two doors you said not to go through?
No, by the man who is a bird. Oddly. That is the way down.
Any chance we can convince the sailors to fight against him and fight on our side?
No,
If you're
they are
okay with that.
bedeviled
of
by
course.
I think
Tia Polo.
They are
No, you
bedeviled.
Because I convinced
Their
them.
will is not their own.
So kill him.
So where's Wolfram?
He's standing, staring impatiently at the doors.
Pew pew!
Well, I'll walk
Who
over
says?
towards him.
While this is happening,
Death on the other side.
while this is happening, I'm walking around and looking at all the doors. I'm going to the Minotaur door.
Yep, you see it is very ornate, and it looks to you like it would be... We'll roll an investigation check.
Maybe it would have been better to not have gone
It's 18.
This seems to you, if anything, would be the captain's quarters.
Oh. Yeah.
In fact, there's some very faded letters that say Captain.
Do we see Wolfram over there?
Yeah, he's over there.
Sola, quickly, tell Wolfram, do not open that door.
As he says the.
Mine like, don't do it!
All of Steve's characters are so impatient.
Steve's just a murder hobo, so I love to throw these out here to see what he does. What is the Birdman doing? He is a threat to us all.
He is a threat to humanity.
Yes, we should take him out.
No, death is not the only answer.
I turn around and I point towards the door and I go like this.
There are a bunch of minotaurs in there. I mind link him.
I avoid her mind link. And I use the message cantrip
Would
to
you dodge
message
it?
her. I say,
The captain's quarters is where the treasure is. We must go in here.
Let's formulate a plan before we just blindly enter. I'm gonna mind link him and ignore his message cantrip.
I shake it off and I point at her for a message and I say,
This is best.
The plan is fine. I haven't opened anything.
Don't until we're all there. We're all there. So come back here so we can get a plan.
point at her and say,
What if there was a demon in that barrel you were all playing with?
I was not the one who opened it. Now get over here, or else I'll make you come over
We had a
here.
plan. Whack-a-mole.
oh boy. I walk to the other door.
As you walk over there, Wolfram, you hear a blood-curdling scream below you,
Like
which is muffled by the thickness of the deck.
Like that.
Are there any great grid things like that or no?
There are.
Oh.
And that's what you hear it through.
What did the scream
But
sound
these
like?
are rusted, they're rusted
Curdling.
and corroded and caked with the sea salt. You can't even see through them.
like
Prestidigitation.
It's not a matter of
Cleaning it?
cleaning it. It's substantively changed through the corrosion.
I do
like
not
a
have.
person blood curdling scream or like a demon.
So you can't-
scream?
Only he hears this.
Oh,
So I
okay.
can't see through it?
Perception. You cannot see through it, but you hear a scream, another scream.
What does it sound like?
And it
People?
sounds like a person screaming in pain.
He doesn't tell anything.
Okay. I'm walking to the whatever you called it, the front of the ship.
The forecastle.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to look at that door.
Okay. You look at that door. Roll your investigation.
It's barrierized. It's just, it's always at 18.
That's your passive investigation.
Yeah. I can't get higher. It's dumb. I won't roll it.
It is reinforced but not locked, that you can tell. And it is looks to be
From our side it's reinforced? Or it seems reinforced the other side?
no, it seems reinforced from your side.
Oh.
As if this was some sort of a safe room if there was attack on the top deck.
Gotcha.
I know that he pointed there. He said there were fiends in that one, or demons.
He said there were
Devils.
devils. in there.
devils. I'm gonna talk to Yanni. I'm gonna be like, Yanni, there are devils in there. Can you bring that Wolfram over here?
Oh yeah, I'll go get him. I
Thanks.
go over and hey, bird buddy.
Yes?
There's enemies on that side of the wall. Monk dude told us we're just gonna avoid the.
There's enemies in there?
Yeah, there's enemies pretty much everywhere. There's
What
a big,
about the other
There's a real big bad guy downstairs, but apparently we gotta go that way to get out and sink the ship. And
No, I'm not sinking this ship. I'm getting the treasure.
well, we're gonna get the treasure. Don't worry about that.
But that's in the back.
Well, do you know that for sure? Did you do your magic eyes things?
If I were a captain, I would put it in my quarters.
No, you hide it under.
Or do you
a
put it
fake
in?
plate.
Do you
Come
put it in?
on.
I put it nowhere where the rest of the crew can access it, which is anywhere
Period.
but my quarters.
You are on a ship. I say we just leave these alone, Minotaur, devils, and we go talk to the group. Figure it out. Talk to the monk dude. Maybe you like the monk dude.
We can talk. I disagree.
So we walk over.
Okay, have your conversation. Wolfram, based off of your perception, you get the sense that a very loud noise would be heard below deck, but if you have hushed conversation that it would not travel below. You can't say the same for the side doors, but at least below deck you feel like it would be difficult to be heard.
Listen, I've traveled.
And I'm presuming there's stage whispers so you can speak normally.
I have traveled the entirety of this floor of the ship except for beyond the doors. And I have heard very nasty things down below. We came here to collect the treasure, to save the man, to save the girl. Yes?
Yes.
And in my opinion, the most likely place where a treasure would be is in the captain's quarters. But there is something very bad happening down below deck.
If it's such a great treasure, it may be hidden. Because the obvious place it would be was the captain's quarters.
Well, don't forget, he also said that it was spelled and nobody could open it but him.
That's true.
Yeah, even magic couldn't open it.
I'm getting sort of crazy.
Hey, monk,
sitting here.
monk dude, you say we have to go out through the basement, right?
I would recommend we sink the ship post haste.
That's a terrible idea.
Where do you think the treasure is? Because we can do both.
Yes, well, this ship was beached for 6 years. I have no idea where they may have moved things inside.
Where's this ship headed?
I do not know. I never spoke to the sailors. We tried to avoid them at all costs.
But you haven't noticed it actively moving in one single direction since you've been on it?
Oh, it was simply sailing for land before the creature attacked.
Is there anything keeping it below deck right now?
You mean Tiapolo?
Whatever it's called. Is there a reason why it's not on deck?
I have not gone close enough to find out.
Pansy.
Do they ever come up?
I prefer wise and alive than curious and dead.
Meh.
Can I insight this guy?
Sure.
I want to know if he is a little... why is this guy in a barrel on a ship? That's
good. That's a good one.
a 9.
Dude, we can't insight.
Nothing. Morthos didn't explain anything to you, so it doesn't really make much sense why he's in a barrel on a ship.
Oh yeah, everyone else knows. He was off gallivanting around.
If we attack and sink it, if we can all breathe underwater, then the Minotaurs can't. They would drown, and then we can go swim for treasure afterwards.
Awesome idea.
But also, there's a giant creature, sea creature.
There's sharks
That
around
is true.
here.
I don't believe any of us have a swim speed, so.
I
I
do.
do.
Oh, okay. So some of
You
us
stand
have a
corrected.
swim speed.
Although I prefer not to touch the water.
Some of us do not move well underwater.
So we can't sink it and try to get the treasure because we're gonna have to fight a freaking kraken or
Right.
something. We can't open these doors on top because if we do, the other door will open, and now we're fighting a two-front war with potentially things coming up from down below.
Wolfram, is there a way that you can block noise and we can open up the captain's? You put a bubble of noise quieter.
Noise quiet.
Do you have a bottle of noise?
Are you
quiet?
talking about the cone of silence?
Yes. Is that a thing in magic?
Where's the steering?
I am unwise with my
Absolutely
magic.
amazing product.
It's on the
Noise quiet.
quarterdeck behind, which would be just above the captain's
Noise
quarterdeck.
quieter.
Is that a spell that you have?
And the rudder's back there also, right?
It's so
The
loud
rudder
that noise stops.
Would be
Behind and below, yeah.
It outnoises it.
No.
I'm getting impatient.
And then I point up to the steering wheel and I say, the wheel there seems to be disconnected from the rest of the ship. It's not steering anywhere. Clearly the masts are gone, so the wind isn't blowing it anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
What if we fix the wheel?
What would we do with a fixed wheel?
Control where
Take
it goes.
it somewhere useful.
Like where? We're in the middle of the ocean.
I think we're ready to
The
fix more
only
than the
land
wheel
that we
once.
know is where salt marsh is, and I don't want to endanger those people.
I must inject here. At night, the creatures come out and swarm the deck.
Oh, that's freaking good to know now, buddy.
It is morning.
Still really good to know. We're gonna deliberate here for a very long time.
You haven't met us.
Do they
but-
only come out at night?
After the attack, yes.
Are
Well,
they-
we all need to take a nap for 8 hours and wake up when it gets dark.
I would
I would advise against
hope
that.
that they don't hear you.
Are they sensitive to the light?
I do snore.
I do not know. I avoid them. And pray.
We are
they
not
are
getting
asleep.
anywhere here.
The sensible thing here is not to fight up top. It's to sneak down below, try to kill Tiapolo.
He says
He's just gonna go back to his plane of
Correct.
existence. We can't trap him here. We have to kill him, or we have to
I
sneak
like that.
around him.
Or sink the ship
Who's
and delay him.
Polo?
Teopolo's a devil, he said, that was trapped in the prison stone that was released.
He's down below?
He lives down below.
Causing the torture.
We
I
need
was
like
gonna
a
say, hey Wolf,
commercial
how do you know
break
bad
right
things
now.
are happening down?
Oh, I heard.
You heard what?
Screams.
Alright. It's enough for me to go downstairs. I'll make my way to the cargo.
Alright, we clear the bottom first, then we go to the captain's room.
Yeah, I don't want to get flamed.
What's in the captain's room?
I want to perceive if I
Minotaur.
hear anything on the other side.
Minotaur. Why are we afraid of them?
Oh, I'm not afraid of anything.
Yeah, we're gonna go down, and then if it's not there, we're going there. We are not sinking this ship, sir. Not until we have the treasure. Thank you.
What's your
Have a
name?
nice day. I walk towards the door again.
Names are so inconsequential.
I would agree.
Would you not ask my
Little Buddha belly. I'm gonna call you that right now, okay?
I like
I
that.
would prefer you call me by my given name.
Which is?
Mala Malama. Mala Malama.
Alright, Mala Mala Ma.
You can call me Mala.
Alright, Mala. What do you suggest we do? You want us to sink it? Fine. We need the treasure? Fine. We killed Teopolo, who's a devil. He goes back to where? What realm of the Nine Hells?
From whichever of the 9 he came.
Do you not know which one that is?
That's correct.
That's true.
I am ignorant of these matters.
And yet you were tasked with trying to protect him for all of eternity.
His head moves like that. as he talks, too.
Some sort of disorder. I don't know
So
what it is
you were
yet.
tasked with protecting the world from this evil and you don't know where he's from.
Yes.
You did a great job, bud. Alright.
He was trapped, was he not?
He's not now, is he?
That was not my fault.
Aren't you supposed to protect people from entering the stone? You suck. Alright, let's go.
You, sir, are not very nice.
Hey Morty,
You're
can
being
you
sorta mean
can you
to
check
him,
this
man.
door for traps? I'm ready to go save some
Seems like a
people.
nice enough guy.
That's a great idea.
I don't buy it.
I'll check the door.
I like the way he speaks.
Okay. It's unlocked.
It's unlocked.
Yeah.
Can I look for any type of booby trap?
Yeah. Investigation.
Yeah. That'll be good. That'll be a 21.
Not trapped. That you can see.
It does not trap yummy. And I will
Lego.
Wait,
Open the door.
Lego.
Nope.
wait.
Open door.
I am 40 feet away from the door.
I'm
The door opens with a. And you see the stairs that descend below.
Stairs to hell.
Was it just a guy standing there going,
It's my only job.
Don't kill me. All I do is
I'm evil.
He's like, I've been waiting for many years.
You make your way down.
what does he see?
It's just a set of stairs, right?
Stairs that descend below, and then it is
And that
darkness.
Well, sure. I will stealth down, but I will check the stairs for booby traps.
Okay. Roll your
I'm gonna-
"Tell
investigation.
me traps was death down there."
Ooh, that's a 27.
You see no traps on the stairs.
All right.
Where are you guys at right now?
I'm
I will
at the
be-
top of my steps, holding. I don't know. I can't see the bottom of the steps, so
I'm on the dinghy.
I'm holding my
rowing back.
orb to drop it down. If
Can't row fast
I will
enough.
be.
I will slide the barrel right there over so I can see down the stairs, pop the cork out, take the lid off, and get inside of it.
You can do
He's
one
going
of that.
Hobbit style
You can
there.
do one of those things.
I would like
before
to
you
be
would
in
have
the
gone
back
down, I would have
looking-
said, "Give me a signal if you want light."
I could give you.
That way I can see. So I have my orb ready to drop.
I rolled a 21 for stealth.
Okay.
And I basically just want to walk down the steps far enough to be able to see into the room.
As soon as you get halfway down the steps, you see two figures with long red capes, which look to have golden masks that are melded into large shoulder pauldrons.
Ooh,
Nice.
They
fancy.
have large greaves on their legs, and
Oh, you can get arm
what are the ones that are on their arms?
Gauntlets?
Did you say armor?
Gauntlets on their
Gauntlets.
arms.
I feel like I said that last time too.
I always get it. Greaves, legs, pauldrons, shoulders, gauntlets, arms, whatever.
Spiky gloves.
They're both wielding very large halberds.
Ooh, yeah.
And they have dark gray skin. You cannot see their faces. It is obscured entirely by the kind of the mask pauldron ensemble. And they have golden brass armor that matches everything else. They look to be sentries, and they are staring up at you.
So it's very obvious that they see me.
You should probably moonwalk back.
No, it's obvious that they are aware the door opened.
Okay. But they haven't necessarily seen me yet.
You don't know.
Don't know that.
You don't. You can't tell.
I can't tell. That's
because they're behind a mask.
What are you hiding behind walking downstairs?
Shadows.
His
bro.
hands.
I imagine him
against the wall.
I imagine him against the wall, just kind of leaning in and looking down. Made it out.
Dex save 18.
That's right. Good night, Mom.
So I will
Good night.
shimmy my way right back up the stairs and whisper, "There are two very well armed sentries right at the bottom of these steps. And I believe they know we are here because they are just staring at the open door."
Does it seem like that is the bottom floor of this boat?
No. You said
Most
it's like
definitely not.
4 floors most likely from
Well-
when we looked at it.
Now that you're here, you get the sense that there's probably 2 decks below.
Okay.
But then you also have the forecastle and the quarter deck
Which are
kind
up
of
higher.
above, yeah.
Okay.
What would you like me to do?
If you want to go
no-win
just
situation here.
blow them up, I mean, that would be wonderful. Or I will attempt to
Giving you lots
sneak
of
down
options.
and get myself killed.
Okay.
I walk to the edge of the top of the stairs.
Yep.
And I say,
Hello? Is anyone here?
As soon as Solo leaves.
There is no response.
Did you say it in their language?
I can't speak the language.
Oh, I can.
You just
Would
gotta
you
go-
like me to do that?
Well, why don't we just form an arrow and run down these stairs and go at it?
Well, we saw 2 of them.
Can we?
Could be more.
Can we yell
Could we?
quack while we're doing it?
Yo, quack.
Quack. Quack.
What if I push one of
I
these
said in
big,
an arrow, not TV.
Same difference.
big long iron things down the steps at them?
Like a barrel? Or something?
Or the big iron things that are
Oh,
sticking
those
out.
things?
Yeah.
I like your
Those
random.
things
I kind of want to ride one, but I don't know what it does. So.
Yippee-ki-yay, right?
Yep.
We went from
I'm gonna try to see if I can do that.
Saw you eyeing it.
Alright, let's make some noise.
It is rusted in place, so you would have to. You can roll athletics check to wrench it out if you care to. The creatures
It's not a strength.
have not moved.
Did it react to me talking?
No.
Hello?
Maybe they're friendly.
All right.
They didn't see you before, did they?
They're like-
Well, they know we're here, so I start
Walking down the stairs.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna yell
Third
from the
step.
top of the stairs in their language. It's either infernal or abyssal. I don't know which one it is.
Which one are you speaking?
Whichever one I know they listen to because you said they're devils down below, correct?
Can you just say it in both?
Yes, you felt fiends below.
Fiends.
That doesn't differentiate between devils or demons.
Just say it in both.
I'm
and hope
gonna
it
say
catches
it
on.
both.
At the same
Very
time?
quickly.
After one
No,
after the
one
other.
after the other. What's your purpose?
To guard
Guard what? Which one am I speaking now?
our
Which one did they
master
Which one did they respond to?
Who's their master?
in not abyssal in
So infernal?
Infernal, yes, thank
Okay.
you.
It's infernal!
I know that I heard.
Good guys or bad guys?
Well, you heard it? Oh, they're not good. They're
So
not
should
good.
I try to put the thing down the thing?
I don't see the point.
Where's the treasure? That's all we want and we can leave.
You cannot leave. You are now property of Tiapolo and
Well, until
will
he takes over
be
my mind.
consumed.
Yeah, where's he from,
Nope.
by the way?
I turn around and walk back up the stairs. Do they let me walk up the stairs?
Is he
You
translating
don't
this to
seem
us?
to be a threat to them.
I'm walking down to the hole on the side of the ship.
Is he translating this so we can all hear what they're saying?
To the waterline?
To leave.
Yeah, I'll yell it back. Hey, you're not gonna let us leave. We are now property of Tiapolo and we're gonna be consumed.
Nope. And now,
Come with me, honey. We've got other things to do.
that's what they think.
Anything else you want me to yell at them in Infernal?
Prepare to die.
Well,
Profanities, please.
it is obvious that we are not going to convince them of anything.
No.
Are we fighting or are we fighting?
Will they
What's
let
your
us
armor
pass?
class?
Yanni, lead the charge.
Eli,
I want to throw this thing down there.
ask them if they'll let us pass.
Will you let us pass so we can go see Tiapolo?
None shall pass.
Okay, cool. I want to try to wrench
He
the.
said no.
Who's
I wanna try
this
to wrench
nun
the-
guy?
Roll your athletics check.
As I waken all the other things coming out of the doors.
Oh my goodness.
What are you
Why are
doing?
you doing that?
I don't know.
He's just Pippin.
I'm gonna throw it down there and knock him over.
From the first Lord of the Rings movie.
19.
19.
Yeah.
You pull and pull. It does not come loose.
And doesn't make any noise.
All right.
Well, that didn't work.
This is shit or get off the pot time, guys. Are we either going down below or are we gonna fight things
Well,
up here?
I don't see the
I
point of
said
leaving because
Yanni,
we're
lead
just
the
gonna have to
charge.
Is it
come
dark?
back.
Is it dark down there?
It is pitch black.
All right, so I take out my orb, and I just whisper "Spitla," and I throw it down there.
You throw it down there.
Yeah.
As soon as you do, they both take their halberds and smash it in half. You no longer have
They
a.
missed it.
Thank goodness.
Drift globe.
Ruins all of
sad.
my strategy.
We'll get it later.
That's good. All right,
So
so me and
your
Yanni will
cord
stay up top because we
down.
can't see. You guys
We're
go
just
down
staring
below.
at it like,
Oh, Yanni.
Eli,
I only threw it to the third step.
You
I have lots of
You
control.
said down
whoever's
there.
I have lots of control.
Huh?
it might be best to take
Alright.
care of whoever's upstairs,
Oof.
so we don't get attacked from
How
both
far?
sides.
How far down the stairs were they?
The stairs are about
the
10 to
warlock.
12 feet down, and then they were against the back wall, against a door, flanking a door.
All right. So
How
they're
many
not- they're not
feet do I
coming
think it would be from where we were? Where I am? I guess.
They're
If we fight up
maybe
here, we're gonna lose
25
healthy
feet
spells.
from you, 30 feet.
Yeah, but what, I mean, we're still on the same boat.
All right.
Unless there's a way down in there.
Ooh, whoa.
Guys,
I have
I
an
may
idea.
die.
The
I have
guys
an
on the
idea
first
first.
floor.
I have a good idea, I think.
Remember that
You'd be
one
better off
scroll
fighting
that?
through the second
Remember
floor.
that one scroll I gave you with the acid?
I
I'm
know.
so sad about my trip.
Perhaps you could acid spray some of these metal rusty things, and we can find a new entrance down.
Well, I can just sit here all day and acid spray them from here.
They will come get you, I bet.
Well, that is the point, no?
I'm really upset about my orb. I'm about to run down there and just smash it.
You want to
Fudge
try
on
an
them.
alternate route?
Do we not want to bring them up?
You
deck.
you all hear a blood-curdling scream come through from behind where they're standing.
Hey, Monk Man, have you heard that before?
His name's Mala.
Well, I'm gonna call Monk Man.
I have not heard such a heinous yell.
Who would that be?
I heard it before.
Tiamala. Paula. Tiapala.
Tiamala Palawana.
Tiamala. I'm forgetting my name.
Mala Mala.
Tiapolo.
The devil's
Consumes
toilet paper.
all.
TP.
I am sure
Can you see? Can we
that
see
he
them?
is
Oh, sorry.
feeding on the flesh of.
It's kind of hard to
The
know when he's done
sailors.
talking.
Can I do a history check on Tiapolo?
Sure. You would have advantage since you're trying to.
That's right. 12.
Not a name you've heard of.
I don't believe he exists.
It's not a real thing.
Has anyone heard of it? Have I heard of it?
One other person can make a history check. Jaga, you
It's
have.
not gonna be me.
19.
19. You maybe have heard the name as a powerful general in the legions of the armies of hell.
Of what?
Of hell.
He's
The
a
general?
general.
in the legions of hell.
But meh.
Oh, he's not like a devil god, so I'm good. Let's go.
Oh yeah, they just pick some weak little
Yeah.
schmuck to
Yeah.
run their army.
Yeah, no. He's not the head guy. Is he a 5-star?
I mean,
3-star?
I literally walk to the rear door. I'm walking to the rear door, where the Minotaur are.
Okay, you're walking to the quarterdeck.
On my way, I'm mumbling, I don't understand why we have to fight the devil if there are Minotaur as an option.
Because we're gonna have to fight down below anyway, and you're gonna lower your health and spells. That's why.
Let's go.
That
But
might
go
be
for it.
true, but at least they're not going to
Maybe
come
there's
upstairs
a
and
secret
say,
passage.
The top of the stairs?
No,
How far?
you'd have to go down about halfway to see them.
Alright, I'm gonna go down halfway, acid splash them, and I'm gonna run right back up to the top.
Okay, roll your acid splash attack.
We're all gonna die.
18.
18.
I'm with you.
How long until the Kraken gets here?
Because
They're not gonna, stupid monk that wants to
they're not going
That-
to come up there.
That
and
hits.
freaking
18
sink the
hits.
boat. Done.
So they they have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, okay. That is a 12 and a 5.
They both will fail,
Okay.
so they will both take 2d6.
He acid smash.
That's 9.
9 for both of them.
Yep.
Okay. The armor that they're wearing gets covered in your acid and it begins to corrode. As soon as they're attacked, they all they begin to rush forward, but not before smashing their halberds down on the
Fantastic.
plank.
Sweet.
And there is a resounding that goes out like a low, very low gong,
Like into the sea.
and you feel more than hear the reverberation throughout the entire deck.
Fudge. Sickles.
This seems normal.
You're
Oh.
now in combat.
I'm not.
Everyone to roll initiative.
Okay.
And I don't have a clip glow.
Ew, look at that.
This one.
What did you get?
Come on.
Me too.
But
Right.
Not bad.
not great.
Same. What's your dex?
2.
Are you
Plus
going,
2.
Are you going for the...
This is not. I
Or are you going to wait?
Not if there's a fight behind me.
smashed
Not
it in
good.
half.
Is it too late to get off?
Not my fault.
Too late to get off the pot?
You could just turn around and
Can
leave
we
right
just?
now.
Yeah, I could run off.
I mean, nobody's
I
gonna
can
really
breathe
stop
underwater.
us, right? We could
Just jump in the
up there.
water.
I feel like the evil Sola has, like, seeded all of your minds to doubt Wolfram on things. I don't get it.
Nah, you did that.
Yeah, I say Wolfram did that all
I think
on his
the evil
own.
Wolfram did that.
I don't think
All
so.
right.
I really don't think so. What did he do?
General disposition.
Give me your initiative 21 to 25.
Maybe
TPK.
you should insight
21.
my knowledge later. I'm a
21
wise
for
person.
Jaga.
Okay.
16 to 20.
Oh, I got 21, sorry.
TPK. TPK.
No TPK. This guy will live through it.
16 to 20.
Alright.
You rolled a
Hashtag
1.
TPK if you want to see us all die.
You rolled a
Whether
20.
you do or you don't, that may be happening.
If we get 20 subscriptions
10
and
to
10
15.
hashtags.
11.
14.
14.
Kildred.
Buddies for life.
Oh my gosh. We get to go first.
Yanni.
I don't know what
And I'm over by the other
His initiative is higher than mine. Why is his initiative
Eli.
higher than
Someone please roll for Sola. That's
Nice.
5.
Nat 20.
Good. Solo goes first.
Not 20?
We should always roll for other people like that, where we all roll at the exact same time.
What did you get?
You just, if you don't get anything good, you don't say anything.
So we're going to kill Sola first.
Take her!
Yeah.
She failed at her job too, Malamal.
Take the child of light.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Why?
Alright. Sola is up as the two creatures have rushed forward.
Oh, they look fun.
Molly, text us what you want to do.
And
She wants to divine whether they're good or not.
it is at this moment that we will call it a night.
Yeah. Thank God.
But before we do so, we're going to give away our Planetar Angel.
Quick, you gotta eat
It's
this
a
cheese
really
before
cool
you
mini.
Captain
Cheese.
Planetar.
Eat the cheese.
And if you would like your opportunity to win this mini, please type in the chat right now, ! Here we go.
Some healthy snack bags tonight.
Here we go. All one word. Here we
I'll
go.
drink 2 Snapples.
And
in
you will have the
Sunset.
opportunity to have a chance at winning this guy. If we get, I think it's 2 more.
Yep.
2 more subscriptions, either gifted or new subscriptions, we will also give away this bronze dragon. So we just need 2 more. We've gotten 3 of the 5 needed. 2 more, and we will give this guy away. But we are definitely going to give away this guy right now. ! Here we go. If you would like your chance to win. So, while you are typing that in, you guys get to have a little battle on your hands next week.
More like I get to think about my upcoming death all week long now.
Yeah.
I get to weep about my drift club that I.
You would have gotten a kill, man. You would have gotten a kill tonight.
Yeah, still kill us. That's great.
But fate had other
And
ideas.
now me and you can't see.
And yeah, now we're definitely screwed. And we can't get rid of dark. The worst part is the darkness that it dispels.
No, that's the best part.
No. If there's
Half my
magical
kit
darkness,
is gone when you use that orb.
yeah, but I can see.
Well, I would certainly encourage you to tune in next week because we may have a TPK on our hands.
Not happening.
So we chose wrong.
I'm flying away right now, so it's just, I'm not dying.
I'll just be forever
I just
indebted
want-
to a devil. So
Do you have a Kraken back
That's
there? Can I
alright,
just
you'll be
see it?
chained up in the ship.
I don't know.
Listen, it's Matt, and we're on the ocean. So yes.
I just want to fight
There's
the
a
he's
Kraken.
got
really.
4.
He's got not only one, but
Baby
4
Kraken.
Kraken. A family of Kraken.
Go ahead, Scoop.
All right, well,
Family of crack.
we're going to see who the winner is here shortly, so stick around in the chat. But we don't need to just continue on here aimlessly. Thank you very much for sticking around with us tonight and being a part of this. We had a little bit of action, and there was some deliberating, and now we are right to it. So I do hope you come back next week, because I promise you they are going to need your help. But until then, thank you for sticking around with us, and we look forward to seeing you next Tuesday night at 7:30 Eastern Time as we continue to loot and repeat. Cheers, everyone.